three need level now. Huh? Which one? Well, go and level it. I was telling you so, but I think you can do it better, sorry. Lane, there's you here.
This is the Amas over 50s. This is the Amas Masters over 50s T20 cricket competition 2024, coming live from the Barbados National Oil Company sports facility at Woodbourne in Christchurch, or just bordering the Christchurch St. Philip border. And the over already in progress, the first over of the match, which features Limers taking on the Travelers, and Travelers taking first knock. Limers batting first after winning the toss. And we have the first runs of the game. A boundary. Short delivery. Pulled away by Michael Agard. So he gets going. The Limers get going. 4 without loss after some 3 deliveries. As I mentioned, Limers winning the toss, electing to bat. This match, the qualifier number 2, both these teams having played yesterday with different results before they came together here this afternoon with the Limers playing in qualifier 1, losing to Veterans, while the Travelers playing in the Eliminator got the better of Challengers. And the winner of this game books a place in the grand final next Sunday against the unbeaten Veterans. Single picked up by Agard, going the aerial route this time. Ball falling in no man's land. He goes to 5. And the Limers 5 without loss. Today, the Limers starting with Michael Agard and Ken Mears. Mears will face for the first time. And comes onto the front foot, plays defensively into the offside. Brings us to the end of the first over. And Travelers keeping the scoring down to 5 after 1 over. It's now time for me to introduce DJ Kirk. Painful Memories. This album by Beres Hammond. For me. Randolph Maloney. Starts with an outswinger. Starting outside off stump. Agard having a look and allowing it through to the keeper. This time it's short and slapped away through the covers. This is going to approach the boundary. Goes across the rope. No. 4 good-looking runs to Michael Agard. Short delivery. Wide of the off stump. And Agard on the back foot. Crashing it past the cover field. This time is a much straighter. And am I seeing correct? The umpire has given it. Pitch up delivery. And Agard looking to go into the leg side. Struck on the pad. And a long agonizing wait for the batsman before he discovered that the umpire was not raising that dreaded index finger. But a good shout nonetheless. Ball going past the leg stump from our very good position here. So Maloney again is outside the leg stump this time. Keeper Birch doesn't glove cleanly. Wide is the signal. The batters cross for 1, 2 more to the total. And the Limers up to 11 without loss. Brings Mears on to strike. Only his second delivery he'll be facing. So just to continue, the Limers, the opening pair, Keith Seal, the captain, Victor Patrick, the vice captain, and going aerial into the onside. This too will go across the rope. Another boundary at a Michael Agard. Much too straight, that delivery. And swatted away into a wide open space on the onside. Boundary brings the total to 15. Mears on 4, Agard 9. 15 without loss after 2 overs. So Giddens again. And Agard playing from the crease. Just waiting for that delivery to pitch. Giddens known for that late outswinger. This one pitched back. Not giving the ball a chance to swing this time. Here he is again, Giddens. And again, Agard off the back foot. Just dropping it away into the offside, into that gap between point and the cover. Crosses for another single. Gregory Gaskin, Roger Phillips, Derwin Thompson, Edward Entz, Dave Estwick, Len Gill, and Winston Giddens completing the 11 for the Limers as this one is pulled away out into the deep. Man comes around from deep mid-wicket, and they will get 2. A chance for a 3rd run. The batters quite happy to stay on 2. Remember, this is the Amas over 50s Masters T20 competition. This cricket played at a much slower pace than what we may have become accustomed to for T20 competition. But This time, Giddens gets it on target, keeps Mears quiet. Wide down the leg side, and umpire Sheena Welch signals a wide. Sheena Welch and Lester Millington doing the umpiring duties. Travelers Owen Birch, Wilbur Bruce, Leon Lane, Ronnie Giddens, Adrian Brathwaite, Thomas Harris, Wesley Straker, Gregory Small, Cleveland Grant, Gavin Beresford, and Randolph Maloney. So again, Mears is looking to pull a delivery, probably pitching a bit too close for the pull shot. $19 for no loss in over number 3. Closes out the over with a dot ball, does Giddens. And at the end of 3, 19 without loss.
Any investment in education is a positive step in the development of our society. Call the Calvary Institute. We offer a wide range of vocational and technology courses. We offer personalized support to students at primary and secondary level. Call us at 426-2337 or WhatsApp 851-2109.
Maloney's first ball of the new over is seeing Agard going for a big swing down, looking to go back over the head of the bowler. This one is hit past the bowler. Well stopped by Small there mid-off, fielding at the edge of the restricted circle. Ball traveling much too quickly for the batters to even attempt a single. This one is down the leg side, and a magnificent bit of stumping by Owen Birch. Brilliant work. Delivery pushed down the leg side. Agard coming onto the front foot, looking to turn it away into the onside. Missed, but Birch certainly didn't. Gloved it cleanly, whipped the bails off, and Agard was still going forward when the bails were coming off. Magnificent work. Agard gone for 10. The Limers lose their first wicket. It's 20-1. So Agard's demise lets Gregory Gaskin come to the middle. Of course, we have to acknowledge our sponsors, our very gracious sponsors of this competition. List those sponsors as we go through the over. Gaskin faces up to his first delivery and is onto the front foot to one right on target and push down into the onside. Jalan's Creations for floral arrangements and the fruit baskets. Ricky's Driving School. BJ's Auto Care. Cut away, straight to that man at point. They go for a single. Get it comfortably. But return on the bounce to wicketkeeper Birch. So Gaskin gets off the mark with that single. 21 for 1 the total. MJA Car Services, car renting and sales services at Wildy. The Barbados National Oil Company Limited, oil and gas company transitioning to sustainable energy company in Woodbourne here in St. Philip. Another short delivery slapped into the offside. The complete one, small comes around from mid-off. And can't stop the second. Good return again on the bounce to keeper Birch. Much appreciated by the keeper, I'm sure. But another couple of runs picked up by Mears. He goes to 8. JD's Enterprises for household items. The Last Stop Bar and Eatery. A relaxed atmosphere for socializing and casual dining. Premier World Cargo Inc. Outside the all stump, no shot from the batter through to the keeper. So now we've completed 4 overs. Maloney having picked up a wicket, 1 for 14 from 2, 23 for 1.
Any investment in education is a positive step in the development of our society. Call the Calvary Institute. We offer a wide range of vocational and technology courses. We offer personalized support to students at primary and secondary level. Call us at 426-2337 or WhatsApp 851-2109.
Qualifier 2. A Mass Over 50s Masters T20 Cricket 2024 live from the Barbados National Oil Company, BNOC for short, and some even call it BNOC. Gittins is into Gaskin, and Gaskin's playing tentatively, ball running into the gully position. Wilbur Bruce at backward point, can't pick up cleanly, and calling his man through for the sharp single is Ken Mears. So Mears quite keen to get on strike. And Mears is pushing this one into the outside. The field much too deep. Mears deliberately taking the weight off the shot, just dropping it into that vacant area. And the cover is right back on the line. So is the mid-off fielder. And now we're going to see an adjustment made where a man is going to come over from the onside into that short extra cover position. This one now is worked into the area where that man was removed from. Getting this one quite straight is Gittins, and Gaskin quite cleverly just working the delivery into that vacant area at a shortish mid-on. So he thoughts on by one. Mears gets the delivery on the legs, tucks it into the This time they don't go for the single. Bruce is moving a bit more swiftly. Picks up. Gaskin again kept quiet. So good work here by Gittins. Ronnie Gittins, who completes his third over. 3 overs for 13 runs. After 5 overs, the Limers winning the toss, electing the bat 27 for 1. For the first time this afternoon, the inimitable Kirk Strawn.
Yes, good afternoon to all the viewers. Very important game here in the Masters 50 over competition here at BNOC. 27 for 1. Limers team winning the toss without hesitation, deciding to bat. There's a delivery coming off the inside portion of the bat of the batsman Ken Mears, and they've settled for one quite early in the piece. But noticeably a change in the strategy of the Limers team. They are a lot more positive than they were yesterday when they would have lost by some 60 runs to the veterans who marched into the finals. So a much better approach, a much more positive approach, especially in the running. 28 for 1. Start of over number 6 is being bowled by Randolph Maloney. Bowls a full delivery down the leg side. Pass the keeper down to fine leg. They've gone for 1. They will complete the second run quite easily as the man from backward square, looks like Harris, has to do the backtracking down to the fine leg area. Leg by, signaled by umpire Lester Millington. And the score of that double goes up to 30. 30 for 1. Agard, he was stumped by Owen Birch off the bowling of Maloney. A brilliant take down the leg. So he whipped the bills off, and there was Agard off balancing. That only wickets have fallen for the game thus far. As Maloney on his way into both of Gaskin. Gaskin is driving pleasantly down the ground. Small has got a lot of work to do coming around to his left from mid-on. He does it well. Saves 2 runs for his side as the batsmen have completed 2. But there is Small, one of the better fielders in this outfit, coming around very sharply and nicely to his left. Picking it up and shying the throw up to the bowlers, and the batsmen have enough time to complete 2 runs. Gaskin 5 from 8. With him is Ken Mears 11 from 12. 32 for 1 over number 6. It's being bowled by Maloney. Gaskin is hitting this one upishly down to the man at long on and gets a bad bounce, a bit of a bad bounce, and it evades him and goes into the boundary. Down in the long on region and pitched up the delivery. There was Gaskin lofting it down into the long on region. The fielder came around. He got a bounce over his head and into the boundary. It went 36 for 1. Gaskin up to 9. His first boundary. 36 for 1. The Limers, they won the toss and without hesitation in perfect batting conditions today, decided they would take first knock as Maloney on his way into bowl to Gaskin. And Gaskin is playing a delivery pleasantly into the offside. They will get a single too as the man is very, very deep on the circle there in the cover region. In fact, they will complete 2 runs as Wilbert Bruce, who was backing up at short mid-wicket, didn't take cleanly. And the batsman have enough time to complete 2 runs. But a lot of positive intent in the batting and the running of the Limers team today. Gaskin with that double goes up to 11 and the score up to 38 for 1. 38 for 1. We're in over number 6. 1 legal delivery remains in over number 6 as Maloney on his way into both of Gaskin, steering this one down to the third man region, to the left of the man at short third man. They've gone for 1. They will come back quite easily for the second run. So at the end of a really decent over by the Limers side, they have moved up to 40 for 1. Gaskin is on 13 and with him is Ken Mears on 11. Both teams today coming in after contrasting results yesterday. The Limers team, they went down by a whopping 60 runs to the veterans in qualifier number 1. Well, the Travellers team, they would have gotten home by some 12 runs over the challengers. There's a delivery. We're down the leg side. Wide call by the umpire, but there was wicketkeeper Birch once again doing good work up to the stumps, whipping the bills off and asking a question, but this time Ken Mears was safely planted behind the crease. Umpire Millington nodded in the negative. 41 with that extra as the crowd continues to gather here at BNOC in St. Philip for basically eliminator. Limers versus the Travellers. Swung into the onside. There's a man on the mid-wicket boundary who goes down and does well. Looks like the very robust Small in that position. He's done a lot of work in the field so far and over number 7. 42 for 1. Mears with that lofted hit into the onside goes up to 12. Brings Gaskin back in the strike. He's got 13 from 11. 42 for 1. Ronnie Giddens, 3.1 overs, no maidens, none for 15. Turns at the top of his mark from the Sovereign end, or as Rat Curtin would say, the airport end. Delivery played into the onside. They've gone for quick single, but they will have to hurry. It's gone to Beresford. And in fact, the umpire has signaled the end of Gaskin. He's been run out, but I always thought it was a very tricky single because Beresford was in very quickly at short mid-wicket. He had enough time to underhand his return to the bowler, who took the bills off, and finding Gaskin short of his crease. Gaskin has not realized that he's been given out as yet, but he will soon see the dreaded finger of the umpire raised again. So, Gaskin has gone by the run-out rope. .42 for 1. In fact, correction, 42 for 2, because Gaskin is finally making his way off. He's drudging his way off, basically. But I always felt like that single there would have been a bit risky because Beresford was in very, very quickly, just recently coming onto the field. Gavin Beresford wasn't selected for yesterday's encounter, but he's in today's encounter, and he's already showed some worth in the outfield. A quick on the arm return. He got him quickly at mid-wicket, and there was Gaskin, short of his ground, and given out by umpire Sheena Welch. So, the new batsman is Roger Phillips, being elevated in the batting order. And there's a delivery from Gittins, which is bringing the batsman Ken Mears forward. Plays it quietly back along the track. The bowler in his follow-through does the tidying up. (42 for 2) as Gittins, ball in hand, on his way into bowl to Mears. Mears is getting a beautiful delivery, full in length and seaming away. Ken Mears forward, bottom pad close together, plays it into the offside where it's fielded there by Straker in that wide-ish extra cover position. No run resulting. The score will remain on 42 for 2. We're in over number 7. Remember, it's a 20 overs affair here in the Amas over 50s Masters competition. As a short delivery, there's the batsman Mears attempting to pull a delivery from outside the off stump into the offside. Luckily for him, he didn't make contact. And once again, the ball taken by wicketkeeper Birch, who's done very good work standing up to all of his bowlers, up to the stumps, restricting the footwork of the batsman, keeping very, very well up to the wickets. 42 for 2. We're in over number 7. Ken Mears, he's got 12 from 16, facing up to Ronnie Gittins. In fact, some adjustments being made in the field. They're asking the man at short third man to go all the way down onto the third man boundary. And they would have brought the man at long off into the circle at mid off. He's on his way into bowl to Mears. Mears getting a delivery where we're down the leg side wide and called rightly so by umpire Welch. One more sundry goes into the book. 43 for 2. 43 for 2. As Gittins turns at the top of his mark, looking to get out of his spell. 3.5 overs, none for 16. On his way into bowl to the batsman who's hitting this one uppishly into the mid-wicket region where Beresford does the fielding. So at the end of over number 7, also the end of Ronnie Gittins' spell as well. 4 overs, no middles, none for 16. A brilliant spell with the new ball once again from the Southern end. 4 overs on the trot. 43 for 2. The Limers team winning the toss, electing to bat. Phillips is yet to score. Ken Mears, he's 12 from 17.
Any investment in education is a positive step in the development of our society. Call the Calvary Institute. We offer a wide range of vocational and technology courses. We offer personalized support to students at primary and secondary level. Call us at 426-2337 or WhatsApp 851-2109.
As we see the first bowling change of this encounter, and it's the tournament's leading wicket taker, one Cleveland Grant, coming into this encounter with 14 wickets, sitting at the top of the wicket taping chart. 20 overs he's bowling this tournament. He's conceded some 95 runs, but in that further right-hand column, he has 14 wickets, and he's been doing some good work for his team. And here's Captain Birch going to his trump card very early in the piece, over number 8. So we'll see the introduction of the left-arm spinner, Cleveland Grant operating from the northern end of the ground. The Limers team, the batting side, they are the two-time defending champions. 43 for 2. Delivery outside the yard stump. There's the batsman cutting out a delivery outside the yard stump. Doesn't make contact. The ball goes, should be taken by wicketkeeper Birch. Grant, he's been very, very economical. And double with that, he's picked up wickets as well. So performing two roles for his side. He's on his way. Passes umpire Millington between the umpire and the stumps. Bowls a delivery which is bringing Phillips tentatively forward. Plays it back along the track. The ball in his follow through does the tidying up. 43 for 2. We're in over number 8. Cleveland Grant. Tournament's leading wicket taker with 14 scalps. On his way into bowl a delivery which Phillips is tugging down to long on. They've gone for one rather quickly. And that's all. They'll be as small as in rather swiftly as well. Then not taking the throw. But well backed up in the outfield there. It looks again like Harris. Doing the tidying up. So 1 to Phillips. He opens his account. 1 from 3. Brings Ken Mears, who's got 12 from 17, in to strike the score. 44 for 2. Over number 8. It's being bowled by Cleveland Grant. On his way into bowl to the batsman Mears, and Mears is coming forward and plays this one down the track. They'll have to hurry again, but this time Maloney, the second oldest man in the tournament, coming around in the number 77 jersey to his left in that short mid wicket, and the batsman have enough time to complete, and I wouldn't say comfortable, but easy single. 45 for 2 as Grant on his way into bowl, a delivery outside the off stump and spanked into the offside by Phillips. They'll have to hurry again. The return is on its way, but there's Harris sending a really weak return up to the keeper's end. The batsman have enough time to complete one. 46 for 2. Mears on 13. Phillips on 2. 2 from 4. 46 for 2. Fairly decent start by Grant thus far, only conceding 3 runs in what would be his first over. Very important encounter. The winner will book a spot in the final up against the veterans, who are waiting eagerly in the wings for their opponents. In fact, some of their members are here watching the cricket with keen interest. 46 for 2. Batsman Mears gathering himself. Settles, waits on Grant. And to this delivery, Mears is having a big swing outside the yard stump. The ball goes through to be taken by the keepers at the end of over number 8. The Limers team, double defending champions in this competition. They amass over 50s competition. They are 46 for 2. Captain Birch now gone to his spin twins. We'll see the introduction of Thomas Harris from the southern end of the ground. Bowled relatively well yesterday evening in helping his side to defend their score and book their place in today's eliminator. .46 for 2, start of over number 9. It's going to be bowled by Thomas Harris. Right arm off spin. Passes umpire Welch into bowl to the batsman Phillips, who's forward. Drives into the offside. 2 fielders in attendance, Leon Lane and Straker. And the bowler in his follow-through was also involved. But once again, no run resulting. 46 for 2, so it's been a now relatively slow start. Delivery down the leg side, taken by the keeper wide, called by the umpire. One more to the score, takes it up to 47. 47 for 2. Phillips, he's on 2 from 5. At the non-strikers end is his partner Mears, 13 from 19. Thomas Harris bowls a flighty delivery, given lots of air, and there was the batsman SA in a big hit over the cover region. Doesn't make contact. Ball goes through to be taken by wicketkeeper Birch. Phillips batting in the number 4 position. Some might think it is a bit questionable. As Harris on his way into Phillips. Phillips is getting a short delivery, swinging it into the mid-wicket region. The fielder comes around to his left. They've gone for one. Not fielded cleanly, but recovers very, very well. And the man small down there. And the batsmen have already settled for one. Phillips up to 3. Score up to 48 for 2. We're in over number 9. 8.3 overs have been completed thus far. The batsman out. Michael Agard stumped by Owen Birch off the ball of Randolph Maloney for 10. Gregory Gaskin run out for 13. Looking for a non-existent single in the mid-wicket region. And it was short, found to be short of his ground. 48 for 2. Captain Birch having a quick word with his bowler, Harris. .48 for 2. Harris passes the umpire now, jumps, delivers. Bowls the delivery, which is bringing Mears forward. Plays it back along the track. No run resulting. 13 from 20. The pressure beginning to mount. We're getting very, very close to the halfway stage of this innings. 8.4 overs have been completed. 13 from 20 as Harris on his way into both the Mears. There's Mears hitting this one off the top edge, having a sweep. It will land safely into the fine leg region. They've gone for 1. They've come back for 2. And they would have settled as you feel that Beresford had a lot of work to do coming from the square leg region. Having a lot of work to do coming around to his right. And the batsman had enough time to complete 2 runs. That's the 50 as well being brought up. 50 for 2 in over number 9. 59 deliveries of batting, 44 minutes, 4 fours, yet to get a maximum. 50 for 2. One legal delivery remaining in over number 9. Here's Mears hitting this one high and hard. Small comes around and it goes over Small. 1 bounce, 2 bounces on a roll. A poor bit of judgment by Small. He ran in very, very quickly and actually ran past the ball, which went over him and gone into the boundary. So a boundary to Mears. So with that boundary, he goes up to 19. And at the end of over number 9, winning the toss and electing to bat, the defending champions of the Amas over 50s Masters competition, the Limers, they are 54 for 2.
At the end of this innings, our sponsors, Keep in Touch Inc., will be carrying out a draw for a prize. So we hear more from the Keep in Touch representative and Mr. Morris. But we can look forward to this draw. Over to you, Kirk.
Well, 2 deliveries have been completed at the start of over number 10. They've been bowled by Cleveland Grant. The tournament's leading wicket taker, 14 scalps. Continues to be very, very economical. He's on his way into bowl again to the batsman Phillips, getting a full delivery, driven to the offside pleasantly. Beats the man of extra cover. The man from long off has a lot of work to do coming around to his left. Looks like Vincent Haynes. Sends the return back to the bowler. The batsman have enough time to complete 2 runs. So that's 2 to Phillips. He goes up to 5. 5 from 10, and the score with that double goes up to 56. 56 for 2. 9.3 overs have been completed. Remember, the defending champions, the Limers, they won the toss and decided to take first knock. Flighted delivery hit down to long on. They've gone for one. Fielder in small comes in, does the fielding, sends the return up to the bowler's end. Single to small. To Phillips. He goes up to 6. And the score up to 57. 57 for 2. Mears on 19 comes back into strike. 19 from 22. On his way is the left-handed Grant. Bowls a delivery. The batsman is coming forward. Looking for a quick single was the non-striker in Phillips, but Mears not at all interested in that run. Sends him back. Takes 2 batters to complete a single. 57 for 2. 9.5 overs have been completed as we come to the halfway stage of this innings as Grant on his way into Bolton Mears gets a delivery into the square leg region where Wilbert Bruce is in attendance, and at the end of 10th over at the halfway stage as the umpire signals for the refreshment card, I can tell you the Limers team winning the toss and electing to bat first. They are 57 for 2. Phillips, he's on 6. And Ken Mears is with him on 19.
And before DJ Kirk kicks in, just let us continue with our list of sponsors. Premier World Cargo Inc. Don't base your cargo delivery on good luck. Base it on good logistics. We're located at Sandgate House, Fontebelle. Keep in Touch Incorporated for your packaging and automotive needs. Let's keep in touch at Webster Industrial Park in Wildy. Terry's Food Truck providing scrumptious meals at Worthing Square and Savvy on the Bay in Bay Street. And of course, Amas Sporting Services planning your sporting events. And with that, we introduce another voice, not a new voice, another voice to the commentary, the boogeyman, Lyndon Yard.
Yes, good afternoon to you, Wayne, and to viewers. As we are about to have the resumption, and Harris to continue. And his first delivery is stuck down to the vacant square leg region where the fielder comes off the boundary. And that carries the total up to 59 for 2. Start up over number 11. With Limers taking first knock. Agard was stumped by Birch off the ball of Maloney for 10. Ken Mears is not out on 19. And Roger Phillips not out on 8. This delivery is played through the cover region. Will pick up 1 out to the sweeper off the long off boundary. Netherlands achieved 60 for the loss of 2. And the second goal was Gregory Gaskin, was run out by Garvin Beresford for 13. 9 extras, 2 leg byes and 7 wides as you're listening to live coverage of the Masters 50 over tournament 2024. And the finals beckons as this delivery is forced onto the offside. Bruce has it under his control. There's no runs. Ronnie Giddens 4 overs a minute done for 16. Randolph Maloney 3 overs a minute 1 for 25. Here is Harris defeats a probing edge of the bat by Ken Mears, who's now on 19 from 26 deliveries, having struck 2 fours. Cleveland Grant has sent down 2 overs a minute done for 6. And Harris about to complete his second over, 1.4 overs a minute, none for 11. His slog sweep is hit up to mid wicket. The fielder goes back and parries it over the boundary for a 6. So the signal of 4 from the umpire. More than likely, we will probably wait and but the signal is 4, and now the signal has been no change to the signal. So it is 4 runs. So 64 for 2, and Beresford out there parrying the ball into the boundary. This live is pulled to his right. He runs across as fast as he can. They take 1. They're going to look for 2. The return comes in and belatedly couple bounces, and they take 2. So the total up to 66 for loss of 2 at the conclusion of over number 11. Limers taking first knock in this game against Travelers. Mr. DJ. They sound low for sure. I got elevate my voice. They sound low for sure. Speakers loud now. So, the action to continue. Start of over number 12. Thank you very much for that raise in volume. 66 for 2. Phillips. Taken behind by Birch, who appeals to the umpire at square leg, and she is not at all interested. She walks in to do the repair's job. The other umpire is umpire Millington, who has the distinction of being one of the leading umpires in the country. They say at times he does 3 games in a day. Stands with his hands behind his back. Here is Grant on the way in, and there's a drive hard into the ground. Flashing drive by Roger Phillips. Back to the bowler. So he remains on 9. 25 is Mears from 28 deliveries. Phillips has faced some 15 deliveries. Grant 2.2, no maidens, none for 6. Here's a drive off the back foot, doesn't make any contact. So Phillips having his problems. He's playing a lot of shots. He's played a lot of shots for these 3 deliveries. And yet to score this delivery, he goes on the back foot and pulls it behind square past Bruce. Mid wicket has a long one across. That is Straker to take 1. They're going to turn and come back for 2 and come back for 3. So between Straker and Bruce, no arms involved at all. And 1 shot. Oh, that's a cardinal sin. 2 men running with no arms. And the batsman still run 1 shot. Unbelievable. 68 for 2. I think Ken Mears turned short. It's a long time Ken hasn't run 3. Stands with his hands in his kimbo. Now the straightish mid wicket is in position. And Mears is struck on the pad. There's a people leg before. Middleton signals. He might have gotten back onto ball. He looked as though he was going to raise the dreaded finger, but he carried his left hand across his body. 68 for 2. Mears on 25. Grant to Mears. Mears flashes it. Chance for catch. And it's taken. So, something had to give. 2 men running with no arms. Mears turns short. And then he gives his wicket away. 68 for 2 becomes 68 for 3. Caught Haynes. And he comes back for 25. Mr. DJ as Eswick goes to the crease. So, Limers, the 2 times champion, looking for a berth in the final next week. And the new batsman in is Dave Eswick. It is now 68 for 3. 1 delivery shy of over number 12 being completed. This is the first half of this game between Limers and Travelers. So, the over is completed. And it's going to be Phillips on strike and Harris to continue. And this delivery tossed up and he's driving back to the bowler. Throw the bowler actually. We'll take 1 out to the fielder off the long off boundary. And 1 more to the total, 69 for 3. A full slate of commentators here today. Rat the analyst is in the house. Kurt Strong, Wayne Holder, and yours truly. Eswick to face his first delivery. 69 for 3. And his first delivery goes on the back foot, stands up tall, plays it down the onside. There's no run. He's yet to score. Phillips on 12 from 17. And the best has just arrived, the best of best. And here is Harris in. And an attempt to turn down the leg side. Ball might have come off the thigh pad of Eswick. Picked up by keeper Birch behind the stump. And no addition to the total. Limers versus Travelers. The final qualifier. The winner goes to the final. And here is a delivery which is run down to short third man. Or I should say to a standing third man. That's Manoli. And he rifles his return in the take 1. And it is now 70 for the loss of 3. Having lost Earguard for 10, Mears for 25, and Gaskin for 13. On strike is Phillips on 12. And he waits on Thomas. 2.4 overs, none for 19. operated from the city is the renamed the airport end, and this delivery is tucked into the onside of the pad. There's no run, so Phillips continues to have his issues. 9 dot balls, 18 deliveries all told for his 12, 70 for 3. One delivery left in over number 13. And here's Harrison. He's down the wicket and drags it through the fielder at short mid-wicket. That catch should have been taken to come back for 2. The return comes in, and the bowler does not take it also. So fortune favors the brave. And at the end of over number 13, 72 for 3. Limers, Phillips 14, Eswick 1, DJ. I saw Ben, but see. You gone so? You mean Matt? Jeffrey Matt? One glasses? Jeffrey Matt. One. Yeah. He won. So 72 for 3. You listen to live coverage of the over 50s Masters Tournament for 2024. Wayne Holder will have the sponsors for you. As here is a drive, an on drive that finds Small off the long on boundary to take 1. 73 for 3. And of course, you can follow the stream via Anything Cricket. Let's talk. And you can see the shield that they're playing for. Veterans won the first tournament, and then there's no tournament held in 2021, 22, and 23. Ranked to Limers, who are again vying to. They took this route last year in defending their championship, and the shield up for grabs. And the first thing Limers has to do is get past this hurdle. And they took, as I said, they took this route last year. They played the third place playoff to get to the final, and then they went on to win. So they seek a hat trick of titles. They're 74 for the loss of 3. Eswick on 2. And with him is Phillips on 15. This delivery from Grant is driven through the offside. And they take 1. They're going to look for 2 of the fielders across to his right. Plays a little bit of football. And they're back for 2. So a good bit of football skills shown there. Takes the total by 2 to 76 for 3. This is the 14th over. And a complaint from Ken Mears to the match referee. Here is a drive back to the bowler, knockdown. And well fielded. So Grant, who put down a regulation catch last over, with the ball in his hand, about to complete his 4th and final over. 3.5 overs remains 1 for 12. He's into bowl to Eswick, and Eswick to this delivery is cutting down to short. Third man is caught. So wickets falling like sandflies. 76 for 3 becomes 76 for 4 at the end of 14 overs, as Grant is caught by Giddens off the bowling. Sorry, Grant gets the wicket of Eswick. Caught Giddens for 4. And Grant, all told, has now sent down 4 overs, no millions, and he's picked up 1 for. Actually, made that 2 for 12. Mr. DJ. just done both. You done, yeah. Well, sweet sounds of DJ Kurt. The action to resume. Over number 15. Win. Just to give a little interlude of some of the sponsors. In touch. Keep viewers and listeners abreast of the people that makes this commentary and the games possible. And unbelievable. A regulation dismissal. Well, Phillips never really looked promising. He's out for 15. Cotton bowled by Harris. And 76 for 4 becomes 76 for 5 in a jiffy, Mr. DJ. Well, we have the new batsman in is Keith Seal, and he's being joined by Len Gill. So new pair at the crease, 76 for 5. And here is Harris with his first wicket. Listen to his cut past the short third man who didn't see it. That's Maloney to take one and a turn and come back for 2. So with that 2, Gill opens his account. And it's now 78 for loss of 5. And Gill has had some 5 innings, 42 runs. He's contributed to the team, to his team's cause. Harris, 1 for 23 from 3.2 overs. Off the back foot goes Gill. Punches it out to the field off the long off boundary. Another single is attained. 79 for loss of 5. A good friend of mine from Coffee Gully just arrives. Keith Seal, the captain yet to score and keeper. So he needs to lead by example. Now his team is somewhat under pressure in the 15th over. 14.3 gone. The batsmen in the hutch, Agard, Mears, Gaskin, Phillips, and Estwick. And Seal is beating outside the off by a beauty. Looking to run it down to third man. Made no contact. Birch takes it cleanly and whips the bails off. But Seal's had all 2 feet with blue pads planted in the crease. 79 for 5. To this delivery, he is forward. Back to the bowler. And just 1 delivery shy of the end of my stint. It is 79 for 5. Gill 3. Seal yet to score. Harris, 3.5 overs, no minutes, 1 for 24. Final delivery goes past the umpire. And Seal is across the stump. Plays the ball up on the onside. The bowler picks up the conclusion of over number 15. Limers batting first, 79 for 5. Gill 3. Seal 0. More from the DJ, and then you'll hear from Wayne.
So all of 15 overs bowled, and the Limers 79 for 5. We go into the last quarter of this first innings, as I am going to introduce for the very first time this afternoon to the commentary Ronald Rat, the analyst curtain, as first delivery after the resumption is swatted away out toward deep mid-wicket. They're going to come back for a second run, a high looping return to the non-striker's end. And the Seal gets into his ground. Gill picks up another 2. The total up to 81 for 5. As I said, Ronald Rat, the analyst curtain. All the others are comments men, the original and only analyst in cricket this side of the equator. As it goes for a big swing, Gill struck on the pad. No appeal coming from the fielding side. That ball obviously angling down the leg side. So one more leg bite, 82 for 5. Good afternoon, Rat. First of all, your impressions of what you've seen so far.
Good afternoon, man. How are you going?
I am doing.
Well, so far, the wicket looks very, very, very good for batting. But the batsmen are not utilizing the conditions.
Well, yes, because very quiet going by the Limers. Strangely quiet, too, I would have to say. Stifled appeal for leg before wicket.
So
I believe coming off the inside edge of the bat. Wesley Straker taking up the bowling here at the northern end, bowling over number 16. Right arm. Double spin. This time he bowls the change-up delivery, the leg spinner instead.
Yes.
And Seal going for a big swing. Duped into going for that one. Nice loop by Straker. And, of course, easy stumping for Owen Birch. Another one of the Limers batters go down. The captain comes back. Stumped for no score, in fact. 82 for 6. Some rather smart stuff here from Straker Rat.
Yes,
Bowled a couple of off breaks to start with and then change it up to the leg break and deceiving Seal.
it's a beautiful delivery by the old veteran. But we all at this stage, 120 be a good score.
As the new batter, Derwin Thompson, gets his first delivery and comes long onto the front foot, pushes it defensively back along the pitch. 82 for 6 over number 16, about to be completed by Wesley Straker. And bowls a quicker delivery just on the, or about the off stump. Again, Thompson is onto the front foot, pushing it into the offside. The end of a very good over from Wesley Straker, an over in which he got the wicket of Keith Seal. And the Limers winning the toss, electing to bat at the end of 16, 82 for 6. The attack from that southern end, the airport end, as the boogeyman tells us. And the first delivery struck away down the ground. First bounce into the boundary at a very straight long on position. Len Gill, a long man, hits a long ball.
Yeah.
Nice shot.
Yeah, it's a beautiful shot. Last time Gill batted the arena when he batted brilliantly, 37 over 15 balls. So you have a very good strike rate.
Well, that takes him up to 9, the total up to 90. As a matter of fact, Gill up to 13. As this one is struck away into the offside. So Gill has been very positive ever since he's come to the wicket.
Yes, positive player.
Putting bat to ball. In fact, it's total 87 now for 6. Gill on 10 with that single. And now Thompson faces up to Small for the first time. And Small is outside the off stump. Ball comes off the edge. Down through the vacant slip position. I think Thompson may tell us that that was a late cut, right?
Yeah, he would tell us that, but we know he was beaten.
Well, it was late.
Yeah, it was late.
And he was attempting to cut.
Yeah, so he was giving the benefit now.
So he got 2 out of 3.
2 out of 3.
91 for 6. Thompson off the mark with a boundary. And Small is pushed into the offside by Thompson. Gets an easy single. So, Rat, yes, you did mention a target, a total of 120.
Yes, at this stage.
Would be...
May not be enough, but
I think
it's for the total.
That would be the least that the Limers would be thinking of getting. But Gill won't be there when it happens. Off stump rock back. Again going for that big swing down the ground. And right on target is Small, picking out the off stump. And Gill's short stay is ended. A 7th wicket goes down for the Limers. And with the likes of the new batter, Edward Ince, Fabian Rowe, and Winston Giddens to come, they will be hard pressed to get it to that 120, Rat, after DJ Kirk. This is the Amas over 50 Masters T20 2024 live from the Barbados National Oil Company, Woodbourne in St. Philip. And Eddie Ince nudges a single with his first delivery. 93 it is for 7 after some 17 overs. Thompson on 5. Ince, who will have the strike at the start of the new over, is on 1. And Small completes an over. It did cost 11 runs, but importantly, he also got the wicket of the dangerous-looking Len Gill, bowled for 10. Rat, your comments on the way that Owen Burst, the captain of the Travellers, has used his bowlers, has used his resources.
Yes, I believe that this Burst has done a fantastic job as a captain, really making his bowlers. But when at this stage, he still got 2 good batsmen at the crease, which is Ince and Thompson.
Well, that return took a long time to get in. And Thompson and Ince fairly brisk between the wickets. Pick up another couple of runs.
Second after
Take the total to 95. 95 for 7. And Ince and Thompson going to have a bit of a word in the middle of the pitch.
Yes, sir. Yeah, too young.
So we've had Ronnie Gittins, 4 overs for 16 runs. Randolph Maloney has only bowled 3 overs, but a bit rather expensive today. 3 overs for 25 runs. Of course, he did get the first wicket. Cleveland Grant, who, as we see this delivery put down by Maloney, a catch on offer, full toss from Straker, hit high above the head, and leaping up, getting both hands to it and unable to hold on is Maloney. So chance to Ince as Straker is seeing Thompson driving the ball knocked down at that short extra cover position there by Gavin Beresford. Well, I said knocked down by Beresford. Another spectator said the ball nearly knocked down Beresford as this delivery steered away square on the offside. And this time they'll come to for an easy single. So we had Grant, 4 overs, 12 runs, 2 wickets. But I'm sure you'd want to comment on that.
Yes, as I said, this is the ball of the tournament so far for me. Yeah, Woodbourne all season.
Wide-ish delivery outside the off stump. Swing and a miss by Ince. Dot ball. Again, this time Ince gets it out of the middle and out of the park it goes. Maximum to Eddie Ince. Brings up the 100 for the Limers.
Yes.
At the end of over number 18, that 100 off 114 deliveries. That was in fact the first 6. There were also 8 fours.
So the move on to the magic of 120 yards.
Well,
Right.
at 103 for 7, still 2 overs left. And that over costing some 10. So if they go at 10 runs and over from here, they'll easily attain that 120 mark. What has been a rather placid batting service,
Yes,
right?
perfect
Haven't
batting
seen the ball do
Nothing.
anything
Nothing
out
at
of the
all.
ordinary.
Nothing at all.
The bounce has been predictable. The spinners haven't extracted any great degree of purchase from the pitch.
Yes.
We haven't seen any pace whatsoever,
Lack of. Let's get out to Mr. Johnson. How you going?
but small, military, medium pace. Pitches this one up and looking for a drive. There is Thompson. Hits it hard into the ground. So that's a dot ball. It remains 103 for 7. Let me do that. Single, long single, out to long on. Thompson with that single goes up to 7. And Ince on 10 comes on to strike. 104 for 7. Small to Ince. Pushes this one into that gap in the offside. Brings the man who is halfway to the boundary at cover, Straker, in. So the single always on. Field rather deep set. Even those fielders inside the circle, just about on the edge of the circle. Rad is a third man in position for Small. You think Small could bowl a ball fast enough to get all down here?
No. I think he should be halfway. Small. One about 35 miles an hour, man. But I say, man, I think 120, I believe, should go for 120.
Well, it's now 106. You've got 2 balls left in the penultimate over. And Ince, who has shown the ability to strike the ball over the infield. There he goes for another drive. The ball lofted in the air for a while, but falling well short of Straker, who is deep at cover. So there's a wasted third man, a backward point, deep cover, extra cover and a long off, a long on, a deep mid-wicket, Short straight is mid wicket and the man back with a square. Another single, so the Travelers quite prepared to give the singles as we come down to the end of over number 19 with Ince on 12, Thompson on 9, 108 for 7 with 1 over to go. So the competition comes to its grand climax next Saturday, right here at the BNOC ground. As Ince is hitting this one hard on the first bounce. Nice generous bounce. Appreciated by Leon Lane.
Thompson. He said, boy, look at that.
Driven up to the man on the edge of the circle at extra cover. So 2 singles so far in the over. 110 for 7. As this one is hit in the air, coming around from long off. And the batsman complete 2. 112 for 7. First prize of $2,000 plus gold medals to the winning team. Second prize of $1,500 and $500 going to the third placed team. Of course, the veterans who have played unbeaten in the tournament so far are awaiting the outcome of this match to know who will be their opponents in the final. Through McCollin at short mid wicket. Just a single. So, there's a theory that the veterans have played unbeaten, and there's a theory that you should play a bad game before you get to the knockout round. You believe in that, right?
I believe in that.
But suppose they played their bad game and won already.
But they get a bad game.
But they might have played it already.
But I said, always it's just for a loss, right, man? People say so. People say so all the time. But I believe we lost one preliminaries.
No, I believe that you're due for a bad game.
Bad game.
But I also believe that you can play a bad game and win.
Yeah, I agree with that too.
So that is not necessarily due for a loss.
Yeah.
So
they're playing well.
Final delivery. Pulled away out towards the wide long on position. And the batters can trot through for a second run. The end of the innings for the Limers, winning the toss and batting in this, the qualifier 2 of the Amass over 50s Masters T20 cricket competition. 116 for 7. Derwin Thompson at the end, not out on 15. Edward Ince not out on 14. Ronnie Gittins 4 overs for 16. Randolph Maloney 1 wicket for 25 from 3 overs. Cleveland Grant 2 wickets for 12 runs in 4 overs. Thomas Harris 4 overs for 24 runs and a wicket. Wesley Straker 3 overs for 20 runs. He also took a wicket, as did Gregory Small 1 for 16 from 2 overs. Michael Agard 10. Ken Mears 25. Gregory Gaskin 13. Roger Phillips 15. Dave Estwick 4. Keith Seal no score. Len Gill 10. The other contributors for the Limers 10 extras, 3 leg byes and 7 wides. 116 for 7. Rat, the final word with you.
Well,
is it enough?
I don't think so. I think it's too good for batting. Very good for batting. About 10 runs short. But we hold at this stage, we got a good batting track like that. They need to run a lot more singles, but I believe at this time, first inning is gone, done and dusted. We wait for the second half.
Well, that is conjecture. What is in fact? The facts are that the Travelers will require 117 to win and to decide whether they will be the ones meeting the veterans in the final come next Saturday. But the second innings is on the other side.
Any investment in education is a positive step in the development of our society. Call the Calvary Institute. We offer a wide range of vocational and technology courses. We offer personalized support to students at primary and secondary level. Call us at 426-2337 or WhatsApp 851-2109. Any investment in education is a positive step in the development of our society. Call the Calvary Institute. We offer a wide range of vocational and technology courses. We offer personalized support to students at primary and secondary level. Call us at 426-2337 or WhatsApp 851-2109.
Hello, hello.
So we are back for the resumption in this all-important encounter. The Limers team, the double defending champions, trying to defend a total of 117. The Travelers, to book their place in next Saturday's final, will need to get up to 117. Is Victor Patrick looking to open the ball in, and immediately he's put down. A catch being offered there. There was the batsman Bruce going back and cutting, and what should have been a simple catch ends up on the floor and allows Bruce to open his account. And when you're defending such a small score, they still mean that catches win matches. Ronald, the cricket analyst, rap.
Yes, I agree with that. Poor start. Easy catch.
Michael Aguiar, the culprit at first, slip hand on knees as Patrick on his way into ball to Owen Birch. The tournament's leading run scorer, leading from the front with the bat for his side. A target of 117. They've got all of 20 overs in which to do so. One without loss. With over number one being bowled by Victor Patrick from the northern end. Played into the offside. Captain Key Seal in at a wideish extra cover. Comes around, does he field in? No run resulting. So a decent start, but it could have been an absolute brilliant start had that catch been taken up for a slip. It's Patrick on his way into bowler delivery, which is bringing the batsman forward. Birch, bat and pad close together. Played it into the onside, and Patrick jumps across the wicket, does the tidying up, no run resulting. One without loss, we're over number one. They've got all of 20 overs in which to get up to 117. Patrick passes umpire Lester Millington, bowls a fly to delivery. The batsman Birch is punching. Captain Seal comes around swiftly to his right, stops the ball with his body. No run resulting. Over number one. It's being bowled by Victor Patrick, former fast bowling all-rounder, good enough to have played professionally in Australia, South Africa, and England. On his way into ball, a flighted delivery. Birch looking to get off the mark, turns the delivery into the onside, but the fielder in at backward square comes in quickly. Rat at the end of a good over, Mr. Curtin, one without loss.
Yes, a fine over by Patrick to have an easy wicket, but Agard put it down.
So it will be the start of over number two. It will be Winston Cam Giddens to pick up the attack from the southern end of the ground. Some change in the personnel for the Limers team. Gregory Gaskin down in the wicket-keeping gear today, as Cedric Best had a really, really poor game yesterday, right?
Yeah, very poor game.
So he's been discarded, and Gregory Gaskin will do the wicket-keeping duties for this innings. Delivery is bowled. There is Bruce going back and attempting to pull a delivery. Right? I don't think it was quite that short. And there was Bruce going back and attempting a pull, and he's had his leg stump and center stump disturbed. So they've lost their first wicket, right, Curtin?
Yes. Very good delivery by Cam. He's onto the back foot. Beat all lines up and gone.
Gittins, he will have to do a lot of work for his side. He's usually picks up a lot of wickets in this tournament, right?
Yes.
He's a bit low on wickets this time around, but in a crunch game, big players usually tend to step up.
Yes, I was telling me just now, at 50, they're going to score about 50 for 5 to play having a balance.
Bruce yesterday, right? Top scorer of 50-something odd, 50 odd yesterday, but going quite early in the piece. And in fact, he had life quite early in over number one, the first delivery. So he didn't really come to the party today at all.
No whatsoever.
The new batsman, Adrian Braffett, usually a man for a crisis. 1 for 1. Target is 117. Birch, the captain at the non-strikers end. Braffett, Adrian Braffett, comes from a family of lots of cricketers.
Yes, a lot.
Donville Braffett, Ramel Braffett, the nephew Randy Thomas. His son as well was good enough to have been invited to national trials, Kemar Braffett. He also played.
But today, he really got back for his family today.
Well, if he's trying to get his Travelers team into the final.
Yes.
The 2 results are possible here today. I'll get back to that after this delivery. As Gittins is on his way into Braffett. Braffett is down the track, and when he gets there, leaves a flight to delivery alone outside the all stump, right?
Yes. Can't teasing, attempting.
So, Rat, what I can tell you is that the winning team will book a place in the final, and the losing team will be final time we see them for the season. The delivery played into the offside, up to the man coming in quickly there. Looks like Estrick from backward point. No run resulting. So the 2 opening bowlers looking the part.
Yes, like a bowling bell.
Gittins tosses the ball from hand to hand. Derwin Thompson interrupts the cricket and make a few suggestions to his captain. No movement in V, so the captain to no avail. On his way, Cam into bowl, a delivery flighted beautifully, well bowled, bounce and turn, taken by wicketkeeper Gap. 1 for 1. 116 on the board, 117 to win. Runs on the board are usually runs on the board. And in the final, you can always add additional 10 runs to whatever score you've made.
Yes. Perfectly right.
1 for 1. Winston Cam Gittins plays his trade for Banks and Matt Hill. Matt West, they call it now. On his way into both of Braffett, played a lot of his cricket for the BCL and Cable and Wireless. A lofted drive into the offside, runs fairly close to the cover boundary. They've gone for 1. In fact, they will come back for the second run. Not a lot of urgency, but the ball nestling close to the rope on the offside there in the cover region. The batsmen have settled for 2. And at the end of over number 2, I can tell you, Braffett, he opens his account. He's on 2. With him is Captain Owen Birch. He had to score 3 for 1. The Travelers in pursuit of 117.
Wow.
Start of over number 3 will be Victor Patrick to continue. The unlucky bowler of his first delivery. On his way into bowler delivery. Birch. Bat as Broad Street. Plays forward. Gets the delivery back along the track. Patrick in his follow-through collects. Shines the ball in his trousers. Tosses it from hand to hand. On his way. Passes umpire Lester Millington from the northern end. Bowls a flighted delivery. Birch turning it into the backward square region where it's fielded by Gittins. and there is no run. So some good tight stuff being offered up so far, Mr. Curtin.
Yes, beautiful bowling, excellent bowling. Come on, no better than that.
3-4-1. Patrick on his way, bowls a flighted delivery. Arm ball beating the batsman outside the yard stump. The good thing for Birch is that he didn't follow it with his hands. He just played the line and continued to stay in position. Kept the position. Didn't follow it with his hands at all. Beautiful delivery by Patrick. On his way, 3-for-1. We're in over number 3. So it's been a good tight start here. On his way into bowl to Birch again. Birch is forward. Flighted delivery, giving lots of air. And there was the batsman coming tentatively forward. Off the inside portion of the bat. Finishes up at short mid-wicket where Edward Ince was in quickly wrapped. And the bowler on his follow-through on the onside does the tidy end up 3-for-1.
Pressure.
3-for-1 over number 3. It's being bowled by Victor Patrick on his way into bowl to the batsman Birch. Short delivery back and punches to the right of the man at backward point, to the left of the man at cover point. They've gone for 1. They will come back quite easily for the second run as Phillips gave hot pursuit to 2 to Birch. He should go up to 4. In fact, Birch just opens his account. And the score up to 5. 5-for-1. We're in over number 3. Patrick goes a flight to delivery. Looking for a quick single. They will get it quite easily as the man there looks like Len Gill. Very, very deep on the circle. The 30-yard circle. Wouldn't save a single there today, tomorrow, or any other day actually. So at the end of over number 3, in pursuit of 117 for victory, the Travelers up against the 2-time defending champions, the Limers team, 6-for-1. So, Gittins will continue from the southern end, operating with a man at slip, very deep slip in Michael Agard. Man at point, man at cover point, man in a whitish extra cover, looking for a quick single. They will get it quite easily. Estwick sitting back on his hunches there in the backward point region, not walking in with the bowler, not looking to save a single. Allows the batsman to complete an easy single. 1 to Birch. And Braffett on 2 comes back in the strike. Score with that single goes up to 7-for-1. We're in over number 4. Remember, the target is 117 for a place in the finals of the Amass over 50 Masters competition. There's the batsman steering this one to David Estwick. At point, the backward point region, no run resulting. Perfect cricketing conditions, well manicured outfield, decent pitch. And the bowler Gittins on his way into bowler. Bradford is down the track, and when he gets there, drive sealed from around that whitish extra cover region to his right. Does the tidying up. Yet again, there is no run. So some tight stuff being offered up here by the right arm off spin of Winston Cam Gittins. On his way, looking for a wicket for his side. On his way into bowler Bradford. Bradford is forward. Batting pad very close together. Stylishly as well. Captain Keith Seal from that whitish extra cover position comes in, does the fielding, tosses the ball back to his bowler, who's ready. On his way, passes umpire Sheena Welch, doing a very big game, a good game as well. Brings the batsman forward, long forward this time, Braffett, negating all spin and turn. That would have been an offer for the bowler. Long forward, batting pad close together. 7-for-1. We're in over number 4. 1 legal delivery remains in over number 4. On his way, Gittins into ball to Braffett. Braffett is punching this one off the back foot into the cover point region. So at the end of another tight over by Gittins, 2 overs, none, 1 for 3. Good tight stuff by him. 7-for-1 wrap.
Yes. First class bowling, excellent bowling. And this partnership is very, very important for the team. The captain can have nothing better. They to open the board. It's boarded beautifully. Visit mine is all yours.
Over number 5 about to start from the northern end of the ground. It's going to be Victor Patrick, 2 overs, none for 4 to continue. Bowser Delivery, which is bringing the batsman onto the front foot. And I think the fielding team not quite aware of what is going on. There's the batsman looking to get those easy singles. And I think they either have to come a lot tighter, force the batsman to pierce the infield and don't give away those easy singles.
Yes, very easy single.
8 for 1. Birch up to 5. Braffett on 2, comes back in the strike. 2 from 10. Birch 5 from 13 at the non-strikers end. 8 for 1 is Victor Patrick. Looking for a breakthrough for his side. On his way. This partnership very vital to the hopes of the Travelers. The leading run scoring Owen Birch and Adrian Dependable Braffett. Both of Davis is steered into the point region where Len Gill does the tidying up. In rather, I don't want to use the word quickly and Len Gill in the same sentence, but in quickly enough to prevent that single as Patrick on his way to bowl another flighted delivery. Well bowled by Patrick as a plane takes off from the Grantley Adams International Airport.
That's going to America.
All right. 50 in his bat as Victor Patrick bowls a delivery. Angle into the pads of the batsman Braffett. Turning it into the onside. The fielder from backward square is in attendance. Looks like Gittins in attendance. And yet again, no runs. So some good tight stuff being offered up here. As you see, a good afternoon to Marvin Wrinkles Allen, the top manager. Comes to the ground. Delivery, which is driven back along the track. No run resulting. So some tight stuff, Rat. The captain of this Limers team couldn't ask for a better start from his bowlers.
Fantastic.
The only thing he would like now is something in the right-hand column. As Patrick, on his way, passes umpire Lester Millington, bowls a flighted delivery. There's the batsman coming forward, asking a lot of questions on the technique of the batsman Patrick, attacking the stumps as well. So at the end of Victor Patrick's third over, at the end of over number 5, in pursuit of a target of 117, the Travelers, they are 8 for 1. Captain Birch is on 5, and with him is Adrian Oye Braffett on 2. So, at the start of over number 6, it's going to be Gittins to continue. He's bowling to Captain Owen Birch, who's playing this one, looking for a quick single into the offside, but the bowler followed through rather quickly, and the fielder coming in from the cover point region looks like Derwin Thompson in rather quickly as well, preventing any possibility of a single. The score will remain on 8 for 1 as being joined now by Wayne Holder.
Well, change of bowler. As it's Gittins, that person looked like Phillips to me. So Gittins bowling excellently though, Kurt.
Yes. He's asking a lot of questions.
Wicket to wicket.
Bit of work by the man backtracking there from the square leg region. The batsmen have enough time to complete 2 as Birch goes up to 7. 7 from 16. With him is Adrian Braffett, 2.
They are happy. I think they would have been looking for a few more.
Something upward of 120, but they've got to work with what they've got on the board. A delivery turn to the left of the man in that short mid-wicket, and he will get an easy single as Edward Ince comes around to his right. The batsmen have enough time to complete 1. Birch goes up to 8, and Adrian Braffett comes back in the strike. We're in over number 6.
This pair very important to the cause of the Travelers. I think these are the 2 batsers who will
looks rather fit today.
Well, I've seen a few sore-looking muscles all day today on both teams.
Gittins bowls another flighted delivery outside the yard stump. Bradford across his stumps and forwards at the end of another tight over here. The end of Winston Gittins' third over. 3 overs, no matters, 1 for 6. At the end of 6 overs in pursuit of a target of 117, the Travellers stuck in neutral. They're 11 for 1.
He lessens tight.
Had a catch drop off his very first delivery, that of Bruce, dropped by Michael Yeager, that slip. But since then, he's continued to toil away for his captain, Keith Seal, who's entrusted him to bowl what should be his final over. Take you around the field. There's a slip, a man at backward point, a man at cover point, a man in at a wide extra cover, long on or long off, a man in the corner region on the deep mid wicket, and a man at backward square. Flighted delivery brings the batsman forward. No run resulting. On his way, Patrick into bowl to the man getting a short delivery punch. Stopped by Phillips. Good bit of work by Phillips. He got a good bounce in the end. Coming around to his right, the diminutive Phillips. Sponsored by S.Y. Adams, operating in some black software. 12 for 1 as Patrick on his way into bowl, a flighted delivery outside the yard stump. Steered down to the backward point, third man region. They've gone for 1. Len Gill doing some good work backtracking, restricting the batsman to 1. So being helped by the fielders here, there was a batsman getting a delivery outside the yard stump, had enough room to open the face and guide it down to the short third man region win holder for a 1 run.
Well, they've successfully completed their first assignment, the Limers, conceding only 11 runs off the power play, Kirk. They would have needed a very good start.
And they've done that. And there was a delivery. I think he got away there with a bad delivery, short and down the leg side. The batsman wasn't good enough to capitalize. So, in the end, no run resulting. Patrick on his way into bowl to the batsman has turned this one into the onside. And Edward Ince, who's done some good work there in that short mid-wicket region, dives away to his left. Stops it in the end. And yet again, favorite phrase, no run resulting. 13 for 1. We're in over number 7. Patrick on his way to bowl to the batsman who's driving. A brilliant work there by Edward Ince, diving away this time to his right. Muchly appreciated by this large crowd on hand too, giving a round of applause all around. So not only are the bowlers applying the pressure, but the fielders are backing them up as well. So at the end of over number 7, with the score on 13 for 1 in pursuit of a target of 117. Your thoughts, Win Holder?
Well, the Limers definitely defending their title with all their might, because that was some exceptional work there in the infield by Edward Ince. They have bowled well, they have fielded well so far, even if the total that they've offered seems a bit inadequate.
I've always heard it. Runs on the board in a final or anything, quarterfinal, semifinal, anything with a final at the end. Runs on the board or usually runs on the board. There's that thing called scoreboard pressure.
And it'll be interesting to get the figures of Victor Patrick at the end of his stint of 4.
4 overs, no matters, none for 7.
Enough dot balls.
So a brilliant spell. I can tell you in that spell he bowled 18 dot balls out of a total of 24 balls. 18 dot balls, and it looks like they will continue with Giddens. Being obscured a bit here by the keeper Gaskin, but it looks like they will continue with Giddens. Don't see any reason why they shouldn't, as he's on his way. Passes the umpire just about now. Bowls a delivery to Bradford, who's turned this one pleasantly to the right of Edward Ince, coming around at mid-wicket. And he will get an easy single. He will go up to 4, and the score up to 14. 4 from 19 deliveries. Captain Owen Birch is looking to steady his ship. 9 from 22. On his way once more is Giddens down the track, and when he gets there, drives. Stopped by the non-striker, at the non-strikers end. A lovely shot there by the man Birch, but no runs at all.
Plenty of pressure being applied there.
Down the track, and when he gets it, swings this one. So this should be the first boundary of the innings. Down the track, and when he got there, taking it from outside the off stump and finding that gap between the man at deep mid-wicket and the man coming around at backward square. So the first boundary of the innings, Birch goes up to 13 and the score up to 18 for 1.
Well, recognizing the urgency of the situation, Owen Birch, you've seen him go down the track on the last couple of deliveries to Gittins. And the first one, he had blocked, stopped at the non-strikers end, but this time making it over the infield and into that wide gap on the onside. So he recognizes that the situation demands that the travelers get the foot down on the accelerator and they travel a lot more quickly.
18 for 1. Down the track again, delivery outside the off stump. There's a batsman essaying a square drive. Doesn't make contact. Ball goes to be taken by wicketkeeper Gaskin. And Giddins on his way once more to bowl a flighty delivery. Birch down the track this time when he gets there. Not fully to the pitch of the delivery, but driving it into the onside. Ince from mid-wicket comes around to his left. Does the field and there's no run. Over number 8 about to be completed as Giddins on his way into Birch, and Birch is down the track and drives to the left of the man at long off, who comes around, gets down. Looks like Ken Mears and fires his return up to the bowler's end. So at the end of his allocation of 4 overs as well, Cam Gittins, and at the end of over number 8, Cam Gittins 4 overs, 1 for 12, no maidens in that, and the Travellers in pursuit of a target of 117 for victory. They are 19 for 1.
Well, we got to see what the Limers have in bowling stock after that excellent opening spell by the new ball bowlers Patrick and Gittins, and of course the Travellers looking to push on, looking to get some momentum into this innings, because so far there really has been none.
Remember the stream Anything Cricket Let's Talk.
Flash Drive Media.
When you go there, you can subscribe as well. All of the sponsors here, they amass over 50s Masters competition win holder.
Talking of sponsors, Kurt, we talk about Jalan's Creations, BJ's Auto Care, Ricky's Driving School, Hebe's Beauty and Spa, MJR Car Services, the Barbados National Oil Company Limited, JD's Enterprises, The Last Stop Bar and Eatery, Premier World Cargo Inc., Keep in Touch Incorporated, Terry's Food Truck at Worthing and Savvy on the Bay, and the Mass Sporting Services.
Over number 9 as first bowling change. We are not in Chennai or Mumbai, but it looks like it will be a heavy day of spin here as Dave Estwick, right arm off spinner, comes into the attack, starts with a short delivery. There was the batsman pulling away, attempting to punch it through the offside. The ball turned back into him shortly, and he was able to get it back along the track to the bowler.
Well, Estwick known for his excellent control of length and line. So we'll see how the Travellers are going to break free of this tight hold.
Estwick on his way into bowl to the batsman Birch. Another delivery, bringing the batsman forward. Spinning back into the batsman. There was the batsman going back and playing it back along the track. No run resulting. So another good start here by a Limers bowler. They know about this pressure situation. They've been double champions, 2-time champions. A delivery outside the off stump, steered down into the short third man region where Birch gets an easy single and they score up to 20 for 1. We're in over number 9.
Of course, don't forget that $2,000 first prize is all the incentive both these teams will need to try to get into that final next Saturday.
So, Estwick will continue. Man at short third man, man at point, man at a widest extra cover, man at mid-wicket. On his way into bowl to Braffett. Down the track, and when he gets there, lofted over long on. High, hard and handsome. First maximum of the innings. Adrian Braffett should go into double figures with that maximum. He goes up to 10, and with that lusty hit over long on, the score up to 26 for 1.
Well, he's showing his class there. Nice sachet down the track, getting to the pitch of the delivery, and opening up the infield, hitting it high over a straight long on position. sweet contact he made with that delivery. And Estwick, we've noticed, has been looking to push that ball, target that area just outside the all stump. But Bradford moving across and down the track and swatting it sweetly for a maximum. So I think what the Travelers batters are telling us here that they are not going to allow the new bowlers to settle,
well,
whoever those new bowlers be.
Well, they can't definitely, because the first two bowlers after the eight overs would have only given away some 19 runs between the two of them, so they can't allow anyone else to settle.
MJA Car Services, car renting and sales services in Wildy. One of our many sponsors in this, the Amas over 50s Masters T20 competition, the fourth event.
So, with the replacement ball, Estwick is on his way into Bradford. Bradford is punching in the offside, looking for a single, and then they will get it now as Len Gill misfields. A poor bit of work by Len Gill this time, allowing the batsmen, both of them were mid-pitch, and he allowed the batsman to get an easy single.
Well,
Bradford up to 11.
Well, disobeying the cardinal rule, taking his eyes off the ball before he had it in his hands.
27 for 1. Remember, the target is 117. They started with 20 overs. Short outside the yard stump. Too much whiff. There's the batsman on the back foot and punching pleasantly, opening the face. They will come back for the second run as well and get it quite easily too as they throw.
Well, that's his bowled in, right? I mean, Kirk.
Allows the batsman to complete two. So at the end of over number 9, in pursuit of a target of 117, the Travelers team in pursuit of a target of 117, they are 29 for 1, Mr. DJ. So, the start of over number 10 after a very expensive over delivered there by Dave Estwick. His one over cost some 10 runs. More than the 4 delivered by Victor Patrick and 2 less than the 4 delivered by Winston Giddens.
Well, we're going to see the introduction of, it looks like Ken Mears from that southern end. Mears had a decent knock, playing somewhat of an anchor role, opening the batting for the Limers. So let's see what he has to offer with the ball.
Ken Mears, right arm medium pacer, looks to usually swing the ball into the right-handed batters. He's on his way into bowl. There he is, looking to mancade Captain Birch, giving them an early warning. We know all of these teams really playing this cricket seriously.
Well, it's serious cricket. The rules are the rules. I have no problem.
As Mears on his way aboard a full delivery, which the batsman comes onto the front foot, drives pleasantly to the man coming off the cover boundary in Gittins. So 1, 2, Bradford. He goes up to 12, and Captain Birch on 17 from 31 deliveries comes back in the strike. 30 for 1. We're in over number 10, the halfway stage of this innings, as Mears on his way into bowl to the batsman Birch, the leading run scorer in this year's edition win holder.
Rather prolific player over the years, Owen Birch. One who's going to look to stay there for quite a long time.
There's a saying going around the cricketing region that in Barbados that the CP fellas like Birch and Pedro Aguirre, they learned to bat as they got older. 30 for 1. Delivery, beautiful delivery, beating the batsman all lines up. There was Birch groping at the delivery outside the all stump. Luckily for him, the edge was not found. Well taken by wicketkeeper Gaskin, standing up to the stumps as well.
Well, very late outswinger from Mears drawing Birch into the shot. This time he actually played away from the body.
As we head into over number 10, halfway stage, delivery which is bringing the batsman forward, well bowled by Ken Mears, asking some questions here, getting a bit of two-way movement, Wayne Holder. It'll be interesting to see how Captain Keith Seal, as we head into the final 10 overs, marshals his troops and utilizes his resources. Over number 10, 9.4 overs have been completed. Both a short delivery. There's the batsman swinging down into the third man region. I'll wait for the signal from the umpire if there's any leg by signal by umpire Sheena Welch. So one more to the score, takes it up to 31. 31 for one. Braffett, he's on 12. Limping now, 12 from 22. And Birch, 17 from 35. One legal delivery remains in over number 10. 31 for one. Remember, the target is 117. As Ken Mears passes umpire Welch the ball, what should be the final delivery of over number 10 to Braffett. He's down the track and plays it easily into the offside. The batsman Braffett struggling to get to the non-striker's end. Seems to have injured himself again in the process. So, at the end of 10 overs, at the end of my stint as well, I can leave you with the score on 32 for 1. Adrian Braffett is on 13. Owen Birch, the captain, is 17 from 35 deliveries in pursuit of a target of 117. The next voice you will hear will be that of Wayne Holder and Lyndon the Boogeyman Yard.
Any investment in education is a positive step in the development of our society. Call the Calvary Institute. We offer a wide range of vocational and technology courses. We offer personalized support to students at primary and secondary level. Call us at 426-2337 or WhatsApp 851-2109.
If it were a basketball game, we're entering into the third quarter. If it were a horse race, Lyndon Yard would tell me.
Brathwaite 13, Burt 17. Final 10 overs. The target 117. 85 from 60 deliveries. Here's Eswick from the pavilion end, cut away. Out to the sweeper of the cover boundaries across to his left. Plays a little bit of football. They back for two. And they contemplate the third. They don't go for it.
Very busy, Roger Phillips out there in the deep, about the sweeper position.
Moving swiftly, so at least he did move swiftly in the outfield. The way he attempted to bat.
Normally, normally when we say swiftly, don't forget it is relative. This is over 50s cricket.
P for leg before. And not out says umpire Millington.
Taking a look at it here on the monitor, I think the umpire would have ruled that that ball would have made impact just outside the all stump.
I think the umpire decided where the ball hit him was crucial. Was painful enough. He's still down on his all fours. When you care to describe exactly where the ball hit him?
Well, some people refer to it as the family jewels. Some call it the unmentionables. But it is an area which is very uncomfortable to be struck. Have you ever been struck there, Lyndon?
Well,
With a cricket ball?
I don't have nothing there to be struck with.
Well, I can tell you, I've been struck there. And you see stars that people talk about. I didn't believe that it was true until it happened. I saw stars, literally.
A very painful area. I have a song for that, Wayne, for that particular area which was struck. I'm going to drop that track at my next karaoke session. I'm sure DJ doesn't have that. I'll have to tell him about that song. DJ Kurt, who's done a wonderful job all tournament long. And he is back on his feet. And he waits on Eswick, who's into him. And this delivery, he's edging past Ince, who runs it down to the boundary. Overhauls it now. They're going to turn and come back for 2. So, Wayne, I saw he moving pretty gingerly there, just favoring the left leg, which indicates to me in horse racing is something called a ridgeline. A ridgeline is a warm ball horse.
Well, it's a warm ball. He's been batting for quite a few balls so far.
Well, he was favoring one side. Here is the now he brings Ince to the other side. So Ince has a lot of work to do.
So I've always said I admire these guys.
I take my hat off to them every year.
To put
every
their
day,
body through the rigor. I mean, we've had a situation where these guys, both teams would have played a game yesterday and had to.
And there's Birch playing it with soft hands.
And I'm already seeing the effects, indication of some rather sore muscles on both sides of the coin. Brathwaite pulled up yesterday.
Some kind of urgency will be required from Travelers if they're going to get this 117. 80 from 55 deliveries, 37 for 1. Eswick into ball to Birch. And Birch is stylishly across the stump, plays the ball through backward point. He'll take 1. So, Wayne, Birch hasn't lost nothing from his junior days at cricket to all now. And I can tell you at the conclusion of over number 11, seeking 117 for victory after Limers made 116. I can tell you that the Travelers, they're 38 for 179 for 54, Mr. DJ. Well, it seems as though the super sub, they're requesting super sub.
The super runner.
I will hope it's not Straker. Well, Birch on strike. 38 for 1. And he looks to pull this delivery from Ken Mears down the leg side. The ball ricochets off the pad. Gaskin is a wrong from behind the stumps. Mears 1.1 over, no maidens, none for 2. Victor Patrick, he's bowled out his quarter. 4 overs for 7, Wayne. How tidy was he?
Tidy, he was mean.
In the air. High in the air. Long on is interested. And the ball lands in no man's land. They come back for 2. And he bowls his return in delayed.
Catch me if you can is the game that Birch is playing at the moment.
Catches win matches.
No one able to get in and make a catch of it.
Gill was late onto that one.
But they say pressure burst spike.
Birch 20. Brathwaite 18. Birch drives over extra cover. The fielder from long on comes across. He overhauls it. A little bit of football. The turn to come back for 2. So the footballing skill of the Masters over 50 Wayne has been good.
Well, the foot skills and the return having to be relayed from there in the deep. But Brathwaite seriously handicapped.
But people say that it's 3. But you got to understand that this is Masters. You got to understand that Oye has been hit in the area. A very dangerous area. So more reasons to slow down. 42 for 1. Brathwaite 18. Birch 22. Birch to this delivery. Looks to take it on the outside. The people leg for caught behind. And the finger goes up of Sheena Welch. The crucial wicket of Owen Birch caught by Gregory Gaskin behind the stumps off the bowling of Ken Mears. And what a crucial wicket it is. 42 for a loss of 2 in the 12th over.
Some tremendous work there by keeper Gaskin though, because that ball angling down the leg side, it took a slight nick, and Gaskin moving neatly away to his left down the leg side and gloving it cleanly. And Owen Birch, a man who loves his hand, who loves the bat, is going to have to come and watch from the pavilion.
Well, my question to you, Wayne, before DJ come in, with Birch out, is that the traveling chance of the travelers going out at this stage?
Well, not necessarily. They still got a number of batters in the cage.
But Leon Lane goes to the crease.
Well, he's also suffering from an injury that he collected yesterday. So we got 2 limping batters in the middle right now.
And there's a Masters over 50 is about, actually.
So it's going to be interesting to see what the running between the wickets is going to be like. But Lane has the power to challenge the boundaries.
Well, he has 116 runs in the tournament, if my memory serves me correct.
Brathwaite is a classy enough batter to manipulate the bowling. So I'm not going to give up on the chances of the Travelers yet.
Well, Derwin Thompson is yet to come from the Sherwin Ellis end.
So they've still got him to come. I'm looking to see what batting resources the Travelers have in store.
And I'm looking for the extra bowlers who will keep it kind of like what Victor Patrick did. 4 overs, no miss, none for 7.
Looking here, I don't see a lot of batting left in the hut though. I see a lot of batsmen, but I don't see a lot of batting.
As this delivery is edged down to the short third man and knocked down by Victor Patrick.
So this pair, I believe, is going to have to carry the Travelers a long way.
Maloney has indicated that only he and Straker will only bat if necessary.
Straker potted up to be the runner.
He says he didn't have too long in here. And Lane is on the front foot, wants a single. Can't score. 42 for 2 at the completion of over number 12. Seeking 118 for victory. 75 from 48, Mr. DJ. For all your sporting needs, Amass Sporting Services at gmail.com. Telephone 232-0651. Live coverage of the Amass Sport. On anything cricket, let's talk. Let's talk, Wayne.
Flash Drive Media. Of course, we have to thank the Barbados National Oil Company, one of the main sponsors, and of course for the use of their facility.
Well, Wayne, it seems out in the middle, there's mass confusion And in today's fixture, in today's set cricket, a runner is not allowed. But this is Masters over 50. We have to see what this rule speaks.
Yes, I think the regulations in this competition allow for a runner.
Well,
I think
I can tell the Limers are not having any of it. And the debate is that he has not batted as yet. So he cannot be allowed to run. That's the debate. What say you?
But I'm also saying that, as far as I know,
which is interesting, Wayne, because if we have two opening batsmen and one get hurt, what happens?
Of the first ball of the innings.
What happens?
My question would be, is the runner allowed, or was the player injured during the course of the play, or did he come with an injury? So that has been
well, we're hearing all sides of
articulated. We have,
I will contact my lawyer, who's the lawyer for the tournament.
And if you have any problems, sue Strong.
So, 42 for 2. Brathwaite will have to continue. He has 18. Lane yet to score. Estwick, 2 overs for 16. Moves in. And Brathwaite down the wicket. He's high in the air. Long on is interested. Under it and under him. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Victor Patrick, one of the head persons who objected to the runner, has now put down a simple catch. Every sport has a way of evening out way.
Another case of catch me if you can. The fielder can't. And the Brathwaite lives to fight another day.
43 for the loss of 2. Brathwaite 19. Lane yet to score. A plane jets off from the GIA.
Virgin Atlantic.
Mr. Cullimore just came in via that. He's a frequent flyer.
All the way to London's Heathrow.
Estwick. Into bowl to Lane. And Lane is taking on the pad. Ricochets into the leg side. 43 for 2. 74 from 46 deliveries, Wayne. Where's your money?
Well, I can say that the fielding team very much in front. But then again, the bets would have been closed before the race started, so I didn't have a bet.
Okay. Here's Lane. Waits on Estwick. And he's forward. Desmond Haynes still can't score. This is 20 overs, Wayne, not 20 days.
Well, again, these are two hobbling men in the middle. And it's going to be very interesting to see how they approach this chase, which is getting tighter and tighter with each delivery.
Estwick in the middle of over number 13. Moves in to bowl to Lane. Lane runs it off the back foot. There's Brathwaite looking for a single. Can't score. Another dot ball goes into the book. Lane is now faced 5 dot balls. He's yet to score. Brathwaite 19 from 28. Lane is cutting. Now they will get off the mark. They take 1. And they hobble. It's painful watching them run. 44 for the loss of 2. Lane off the mark. Brathwaite on 19.
Well, I guess
73 from 43.
We're looking to carry this chase fairly deep, but singles are not going to do it for the Travelers at all.
I'll give you the asking rate, the required rate, and the present rate. The required rate, 10.19. The current rate, meandering, 3.43. Brathwaite is punching it off the back foot. The sweeper is off the boundary. They take 1.
They're going to walk a long one.
15 years ago, that would be 2.5.
Very much so. Phillips up there in the covers with one of the stronger arms I've seen in the competition.
So
one of the few arms, got not a lot of arms.
So 13 overs done and dusted, 45 for 2, chasing 117 DJ. for these two at the wicket.
Well,
40
definitely they need some mode of transportation.
Here is the batsman advancing down the wicket, drives it to the fielder who parries it up till intended long off. That's the captain. And they take 146 for 2. Lane 21. He's just struck that 1-6. Sorry. Brathwaite 21 with 1-6, no 4. Lane has 1.
Well, someone has got to hit some 6s and 4s here.
Over number 14 in progress of 20. Seeking 117 for victory. 71 from 41 deliveries. Mears in his third over. 2.1 overs, no middles, 1 for 7. He's into bowl to Lane. And Lane is forward. The test match series in Australia is over.
Still one going on in India.
And that's very entertaining and exciting. Lane with number 79 on his back. Waits and he's forward off the edge. Will get a single out to cover point. With that, the total moves to 47 for 2. Brathwaite comes back in the straight. He has 21 from 30 deliveries. 1-6, a strike rate of 70. The current rate 10.77. Sorry, the required rate 10.77. The current rate 3.48. And he swings the delivery out through mid wicket, who has absolutely no chance. And that's a welcome boundary into the boundary for 4. And with that 4, the 50 comes up. 50 off 82 deliveries, 55 minutes, 2 4s and 1 6. 51 for 2 win.
Well, for the first time, Mears straying in length, short delivery, and Brathwaite having all the time in the world to pick his spot. And he chose that area wide of the man at deep mid wicket. First bounce into the boundary. So that offers a bit of momentum to the Travelers, who found the going quite hard. It's like driving through the handbrakes, Lyndon.
Most definitely. So at the moment with the ball out of play, 51 for loss of 2, 66 from 38 deliveries, seeking 117 for victory, Mr. DJ. Well, from Kamisha Kerr, you have to pause that. 51 for 2. Brathwaite 25. He waits on Mears. 2.4 overs, no minutes, 1 for 12. Operating from the airport end. Keeper. Short third man, backward point, cover, long off, long on. And he's down the wicket and slashes it out to the sweeper. On the long off boundary, they take 1, a hobbling 1. So Brathwaite to 26, 52 for 2. Final delivery of over number 14. Patrick 4 overs, no minutes, none for 7. Gittins 4 overs, no minutes, 1 for 12. Eswick 3 overs, no minutes, none for 19. Here is the final delivery from Mears in his third over. It's into bowl to Lane. Lane advances down the wicket once again. The fielder at long off comes into play. And at the conclusion of over number 14, done and dusted. 64 required from 36 deliveries. I can tell Travelers seeking 117 for victory. They are 53 for the loss of 2 win.
Well, they say where there's life, there's hope. And there's still life in the Travelers. But hope beginning to diminish. 64 from 36. It's going to take a lot of getting. It's going to take some boundaries. And the manner in which the Limers have been able to control the scoring is going to really take something exceptional from one of the Travelers' batters.
I think the key here is that Captain Keith Seal has not introduced his trump card, which is Derwin Thompson from the Sherwood LSN.
So he's still got that one in the bag.
So the current rate, 3.79. The required rate, climbing all the time, 10.67. 64 from 36 deliveries. And Eswick to finish it up.
Well, yes, in all seriousness, though, the Limers bowlers have done an excellent job, showing good control of length and line, immaculate in length and line generally, not really giving a lot.
A spectator on WhatsApp asks what Victor Patrick bowled that he bowled 4 overs for 7 runs.
Catware.
Lane on strike. He has 3. Eswick aborts his run. Now goes past umpire Millington to bowl to Lane. And Lane is looking to whip this one to the leg side. Brathwaite is hobbling. They take 1. Signal from the umpire. Leg by. 54 for 2. Striker is still padded. Wayne, what do you make of that?
He going in next.
One way or the other.
See another aircraft lifting off a lane. Did you ever saw a pregnant woman walking up a hill?
It's a horrible sight, Wayne.
But that's what our airplane reminds me of.
Brathwaite waits on Eswick and slashes it square. There's a sweeper off the cover boundary across to his left. He runs about 10 meters and the return comes in. The batsman hobble a second run. And with that, the total is up to 56 for 2.
Brathwaite had to drag Lane back through for that second run.
Well, Lane is also carrying several injuries, including one above his shoulder. 56 for 2. As this delivery is hit in the air. They take 1. And Brathwaite finally gets there. Do you think he would do any more damage to his injury already, Wayne?
Well, I don't think there's much more that can be done from here. As a matter of fact, I'm here telling myself this man is really doing something heroic. This man is in tremendous pain since yesterday, actually. But here he is for the cause of his team.
Unlike Shamar Joseph, he won't be given any painkillers. National say the off stump taken by Gaskin.
I got another WhatsApp coming in here telling us that this is reminding him of Glenn Maxwell in that not against in the World Cup, hobbling on one leg.
57 for 2, 60 from 32. Lane goes for almighty heave. And once again, the left hand of Millington comes across his body. That left hand don't ever come up.
Well, that is a very, very has caused a few anxious moments already today. That left hand of Lester Millington.
There's my favorite Rastaman. Only Rastaman don't eat ground burger. 57 for 2. Lane 3 from 12. He's faced 9 dot balls. Eswick in his final delivery. It's into Lane. Lane slashes it. Beautiful shot. He picks the gap and will get a boundary at last. So Lane with that boundary is up to 7. Over number 15 is done and dusted. 61 for 2. 56 from 30 deliveries. The current rate 4.07. The required rate 11.20.
Well, getting his timing really right. For the first time, a Lane with a short delivery outside the off stump, and he slapped it, timed the leather off that one out towards deep extra cover.
I suspect it won't be long before we see Thompson into the attack, Mr. DJ.
Call going out for Rat the Analyst. Rat the Analyst. So one final change from the commentary box end to take us home. It will be Kirkstron, and of course the only analyst, all the others is commentsmen. Ronald, rat the analyst curtain.
Start over number 16. It will be Durbin Thompson.
Thanks, my brother.
Belatedly into the. In fact, Ken Mears still continuing. 3 overs, no maidens, 1 for 14. Before this, start of over number 16. Dave Estwick, 4 overs, none for 26. His first over cost 10 runs. Short delivery swung backward the square. Should run fairly close and into the backward square boundary. Down on his hunches. Ronald Rat Curtin is Oi Braffett. He goes up to 33, but a short delivery, he's been good enough to stay on top of it and pull it backward of square rat. Your thoughts on him not being a loaded runner?
I don't believe he deserves a runner.
In over 50s Masters cricket?
Yeah, but every give him a runner, they got problems. So,
okay.
Can even protest, they got problems.
Roger, I agree. I agree with you on that part. But there's a thin line between competitiveness and the spirit of the game. I know my producer, Mr. Philip Hackett, is a man likes to speak about that line. Players talk about crossing that line and the spirit of the game. But the reality is he hasn't got a runner. He wouldn't be in the Jamaican Olympics. 65 for 2. The target is 117. It's Mears down the tracker when he gets there. Braffett tugs it into the onside. He's gone very quickly this time for that single. The return already on its way. It's a really weak return. Pulling the keeper away from the stumps. Wicketkeeper Gaskin does the tidying up. The batsmen have completed 1. 66 for 2. Braffett, he's on 34. 34 from 36. Rat, the same West Indian batsmen are more dangerous when they're injured. You can think of likes of Gordon Greenwich.
Yeah. I'll just get a phone call there.
Delivery swung backward of square. They've gone for 1. Paul, the 12th man, is in attendance. The return is on its way. Good one as well. 1 more to the score. 67 for 2. They require 50 from 27. 50 from 27, Rat.
Yes, 50 from 27. I just said 120 was a good score. And they proved it to be right.
Just 3 runs short of 120. The target is 117. Mears into Braffett. This one is slapped down to long on. Lengill comes around. Lengill takes the catch. So Braffett, Vigil, he fighted a heroic effort by Oi Braffett operating on one leg. Comes to and then a good catch taken by Lengill. I've seen him take some good catches there on the long on boundary. So the 3rd wicket that goes down now, that of Adrian Braffett. 34 from 37 deliveries. And the new man in the number 69 jersey, Gavin Besford. He wasn't selected yesterday, Rat.
Well, it's either Saturday, so if not Sunday.
3 games, he's got just 9 runs, so you can understand why he wasn't selected at an average of 4.50.
Yes.
So,
back in painfully.
lots will be resting on the shoulders of Beresford. He used to score a lot of runs for Wanderers in his heyday, Rat. He will have to roll back the years here at the BNOC ground in St. Philip this afternoon. 50 from 26, and he has your favorite number on his back, right?
He have a very good number on his back. But you know you can back runs with the back, which is very important at this stage. We can still give a batting.
67 for 3. 67 for 3. Braffett, Birch, and Bruce. The 3 Bs are out.
Oh.
That's a really strange saying in the political climate in Barbados.
I still got Beresford.
And Beresford, so a lot of Bs here in this Travelers team. 67 for 3. Beresford having a heave outside the yard stump. Flighted delivery there by Ken Mears. Taking the pace off, and there's wicketkeeper Gaskin. So Bruce gone for 1. Birch gone for 22. Adrian Braffett recently out for 34. Gavin Beresford not from 1. And Leon Lane 8 from 14. They require 50 from 25. 67 for 3. As Mears on his way passes umpire Welch. And there's the batsman Beresford. Beresford is bowled.
Well.
So, Rat, all of the Bs now have been busted.
Except me. Oh, man.
And my producer said that was beautiful. And some people would say, Rat, the Bees are in power here, but the Travelers team, none of their Bees have really come to the party. Only Adrian Braffett, 34 from 37. Wilbert Bruce, lovely innings yesterday, didn't come to the party today. He made just one. Owen Birch, the captain, leading run scorer in the tournament, 22. Adrian Braffett, 34. Leon Lane, not on 8. Gavin Beresford, none from 2 deliveries. Thomas Harris, they tell me, is the new man, and he didn't really come to the party yesterday, so he needs to turn up today as Wayne Holler is eating a lovely Sprite there, Rat.
Well, he probably 10 pounds before he leave here. You just say yardie stick?
Well, yes, I see we in a yard. We're definitely watching the weight.
Yes. They watch the weight, but not the play.
67 for 4. 50 from 24. I said earlier today, Lyndon Yard thought that target was a bit paltry, but runs on the board in anything with final at the end are usually that scoreboard pressure will come into play. Wesley Straker padded up. He's been padded up for a long, long time. First runner to be refused in over 50s cricket, so he's made some history.
Yes.
67 for 4.
On a Sunday afternoon.
On a Sunday afternoon here at BNOC. 67 for 4. The target is 117. We're in over number 17.
Every run for the man, he got around, he was called in the back.
So,
that was sad. Tough.
Len Gill will come into the attack from the northern end. Left arm seam, still no sign of Derwin Thompson.
He kind of injury.
From the Sherwin LSN. I want Lyndon at some stage to explain that Sherwin LSN, because Sherwin Ellis's action is reasonably questionable.
Is he waiting for the airport?
Len Gill on his way into Bolton Lane. Lane is punching into the offside, and now with the arrival of Thomas Harris, who's a bit more fleet-footed than Adrian Braffett, the singles will be on offer, and they should be taken as well. 68 for 4, Lane up to 9, 9 from 15. Harris now taking his guard from umpire Lester Millington. Umpire Lester Millington, one of the very few professional umpires in Barbados. He umpires a cricket game every day of the week. In fact, some nights as well. 68 for 4. Lil Gill on his way into ball delivery. Spank beautifully past the man at backward point to the left of the man at cover point and down to the backward point boundary. They've gone for 1. They'll come back for 2. Lane is interested in the third run. The return is already on its way. It's a good return as well from the man down there. Looks like Phillips. A good return by Phillips. Looking quite agile in the field. Sharp man Phillips. He's a hockey player too, Rat. He played for the Eastern Stars hockey team.
As a what?
He was a right winger. Usually known for his lofty crosses. 70 for 4. 70 for 4. We're in over number 17 as we head down the final stretch in this all-important encounter. One team will book a trip to the final, and the other team will be the final time if you see them for the tournament. 70 for 4. Asgill on his way into ball delivery outside the yard stump. Poor bit of bowling. Too short and too wide. Luckily for him, the batsman didn't capitalize. There's Phillips in the way at point. 71 for 4. Harris up to 3. 3 from 2. Brings Leon Lane. Former Banks. Opening batsman. Former YMPC opening batsman. Former Wharton player. Former Ellerslie School. We went to school with Sherwin Campbell, Philo Wallace, and Roger Coward. He's now an umpire. Slap down to long arm. Victor Patrick comes around. And this time, in fact, it's not Victor Patrick. They've changed personnel. It's David Estwick down at the long arm boundary. And that, Rat, was a really good catch. That's because fantastic. That was struck very hard indeed.
A brilliant catch by Estwick. Cool as a cucumber.
A really good catch, Rat.
Yeah,
struck down to long on. Flat as well. And Estwick coming around. Settled, took his time, and took a brilliant catch. Yes. And as the old people say, Rat, catches usually win matches. 71 for 5 and definitely in a spot of border now.
Yes, more than border. Striker come finally.
So finally,
Striker.
Leslie Snipes Striker in the number 87 jersey with his team requiring 46 from 20. 71 for 5. Remember the target is 117. Striker was padded up since 4:01. It's now 4:59 in the Eastern Caribbean. 71 for 5. See a lot of men now in Travelers jerseys making their way to put on their pads.
And
Grant.
everybody let her.
Even the 13th man going to pad up.
Right, well,
Lots of trouble here. 71 for 5. Remember, the target is only 117. They require 46 from 20. Two new batsmen at the crease rat and in a run chase. That usually brings about its own kind of pressure.
Under lots of pressure. And the run rate keep claiming and claiming and claiming.
There is a reason why the Limers side are the double defending champions, rat. They're really applying the pressure here in a game where some spectators felt that their target, that the set was inadequate, but they've fought and fought well. 71 for 5. We're in over number 17. Two legal deliveries remaining over 17. Len Gill is the man with the ball in his hand from the northern end of the ground. Quickly, Victor Patrick, 4 overs, none for 7, started well at the top. Winston Giddens, 4 overs, 1 for 12. Dave Estwick, 4 for 26, his first over cost 10 runs. And Ken Mears, 4 for 20. 3 wickets as well. Gill on his way into board Straker. Straker's punching sweetly to the captain, Keith Seal, at a wideish extra cover position. They get one. Straker opens his account. 1 from 1. Thomas Harris comes back in his strike. 3 from 2. They require 45 from 19. 45 from 19. 72 for 5. Len Gill, the Pickwick stalwart. Something not quite with his run up. He aborts it. Turns now at the top of his mark. Passes the umpire just about now. Left arm over the wicket. Both a flighted delivery. Hit down to long off. Victor Patrick comes around. He hasn't caught anything all year, actually. So he wouldn't take that. So, at the end of over number 17, 73 for 5. Harris goes up to 4. Straker, he's on 1 at the non-strikers end. And the Travelers team, if they're to book a place in next Saturday's final, they require 44 from 18 deliveries, Mr. DJ.
Any investment in education is a positive step in the development of our society. Call the Calvary Institute. We offer a wide range of vocational and technology courses. We offer personalized support to students at primary and secondary level. Call us at 426-2337 or WhatsApp 851-2109.
So, start of over number 18. And they've just received a WhatsApp message there, Ronald Rat Curtin, from one of our cricketing followers here. They wanted to know what was the debate. The debate about the runner, whether the man came into the game injured, whether he got injured during the game. But we're past that. The reality is that he required 44 from 18. Derwin Thompson bowling in his cap. 73 for 5. 44 required from 18. Thompson on his way to start his first over on the 18th over of the innings. Delivers a flighted delivery.
You didn't what?
74 for 5 with that single. 74 for 5. They require 43 from 17. The asking rate getting like the economy in Guyana. 74 for 5. Required rate 115.18. 43 from 17. 74 for 5. Harris on 5. Strake on 1. Barbados' newest darts players in the attack. 74 for 5. Thompson bowls a delivery which the batsman is having a... We'll have a wait there. There's been an appeal. And there's been an appeal. We'll wait for a signal. I want to quote that rule because I think I know that rule very well. The rule will decide if the batsman has changed his direction, his course of travel in response. So, we will see. The umpires have gone. They have said not out. And the umpire's decision is final.
Hard ass off.
The men in those red jerseys, they're not there for style. They're there to run this game, stay in control of this game, and not out does not mean continue. Sorry, one is female. It must mention that fact, and that's a good thing too. Umpire Sheena Welch, they said she's one of the better umpires on the local circuit right about now. Down the track, this one, the fielder is coming around, Captain Keith Seal, and he takes a brilliant catch as well.
Oh, Lord.
So from one Lodge boy to the other, striker hitting it high into the air. Keith Seal coming around to his right, taking a catch of extra cover. And this is really a Lodge story because one Lodge boy going and out comes another one in Ronnie Giddens. He doesn't look too anxious here, right? He doesn't look.
But it also look bad for the large team because they're losing.
You're correct as well, Rat. You didn't have to rub that in.
I tried to prevent it from rubbing it in.
74 for 6. Ronnie Gittins requiring 43 from 15. They need to find a big over, Rat. Where will they find this big over?
And they got to include the VAT office. But at this stage, as you said, the Lamers are totally in charge this afternoon. Totally in charge.
74 for 6. They won the toss and decided to bat first. They only got up to 116. The census around the ground, Linden, was that there were not enough but runs on the board in a semi-final game, or runs on the board, scoreboard pressure. And then they had a magnificent opening burst from Victor. Well, I don't want to use the word burst. Magnificent opening spells from Victor Pacha and Winston Giddens. Their 8 overs only conceding 19 runs, and they really put the brakes on the scoring. And from then, they were definitely behind the 8 ball. 74 for 6. 43 from 15. 3 legal deliveries remain in over number 18. Harris on 5. Gittins yet to score. Some adjustments being made to the field as the left-handed Gittins takes strike. The man from mid-wicket is being asked to come to a short third man position. There's a man at backward point. They're asking Phillips to come off the sweeper boundary 3/4 of the way. There's a man at a wideish extra cover. There's a man at long on, a man at long off, and a man at the deep mid-wicket. So, looking to a price and pressure here is Durbin Thompson. One of the more vocal persons when it came to that runner situation. Former police sergeant, really shedding his authority here. He's on his way into board to get in. Slap sweetly down to the man coming off the sweeper boundary. They've gone for 1. That's all there will be. 42 from 14. 75 for 6. The target is 117. Seems a long way off now. Ronald Ratcurden.
Yes, more than a long way off.
They really need a couple boundaries here. Really need to step on the accelerator. Thompson on his way into both to Harris. Harris is getting one off the inside portion of the bat. Past the keeper. Down to short, fine leg. Gregory Gaskin from behind the stumps. He's done good work after he replaced Cedric Best. I don't think we'll see Cedric Best anymore other than at the bar for the rest of this tournament.
I believe that too. And your good friend, man, has finally put away that lovely food.
76 for 6.
He only the last bone.
76 for 6. Final delivery of over number 18 is Derwin Thompson on his way into ball to get his hitting this one into the mid-wicket region. There is no run as Captain Keith Seal comes around to his right. So at the end of over number 18, in pursuit of a target of 117, 41 from 12 required Ronald Ratcurden.
Yes, almost close. It was possible at this stage. They have a burning for a very, very long time. So, Mr. Man, give us something, man.
Any investment in education is a positive step in the development of our society. Call the Calvary Institute. We offer a wide range of vocational and technology courses. We offer personalized support to students at primary and secondary level. Call us at 426-2337 or WhatsApp 851-2109.
Somebody's going down.
So,
Somebody going down.
Rat,
That's right.
we see Gittins calling for his helmet as Len Gill will continue 1 over before this for just 6 runs. He's picked up a wicket as well. On his way into bowl to Harris. Harris is down the track, and when he gets here, hits this one high and hard, but the man is coming around. It looks like Thompson, Derwin Thompson coming around in the number 69 jersey, and Rat, some poor running here. They've only run one.
Only run one. Unbelievable.
Another catch goes a bag in here, Rat. I think it's the visibility at this ground. Yesterday we had 13 drop catches, and today we've had 6 thus far.
Don't the palm tree ain't. Daryl doesn't want more legs.
77 for 6. Thompson putting down an easy catch. Estwick was very quick to let me know that it's not me, Strawn.
She said, not me, not me, not me. Not me, not me.
77 for 6. 40 required from 11. They've really fallen and fallen badly here at 77 for 6.
Very poor.
On his way, Len Gill into bowl to get his high and hard. The fielder is coming around, and it goes over his head at long off. So a very much needed maximum. A couple more of those, and that could change the outlook on this game. A couple more of those, and what I like about Giddens there, he hits straight.
Very much so.
34 from 10, 83 for 6. Gittins up to 7. He's going down fighting as we see an off-road ZR making its way down on the St. Patrick's route.
Probably looking for the travelers.
83 for 6. On his way into bowl again. Short delivery. And the batsman attempting a pull loses his leg bail in the process. So wicket number 7 goes down. That of Ronnie Giddins. Bowled by Len Gill. Coming into the attack very late, Rat, but proving to be a very good weapon for his captain.
Fantastic spell so far. ZR looking for the travelers. Just come through to get Smalley going out. Oh, Lord.
A small man going out with a big target.
Yes. The music man gave the title of the song. Birch. Ship is sinking. Oh, Lord, have mercy. Birch, boy, ship is sinking, Birch, eh? Oh. The ship is sinking. Oh, Lord.
34 required from 9. The new batsman is Gregory Small with a very large job in front of him. 34 from 9. Gill on his way into bowl to Small. What does Small bring to the table? A cut outside the yard stump. Doesn't make contact. The dot ball goes into the laptop. 34 from 8. 34 from 8. They require at least 2 boundaries here right off these final 2 deliveries in this over to set up the game nicely as we head into the final over.
That's under tremendous pressure.
Small. Facing up to Len Gill. Left arm over the wicket. Back and forward. Gets an easy single. We get an easy single there. Harris, equal to the task, came through rather quickly. 1 to Small. He opens his account. 33 from 7.
Well,
they can't go on night watchman in the ranch yesterday in the yard. 84 for 7. 33 required from 7 deliveries. I can tell you there will be great debate at this ground after the end of this game. We should have done this. You could have allowed that. Little Rick should have sing gospel. But the reality is 84 for 7. Harris hitting this one down to long on. Comes around. It's diving away to his left. They've gone for 1, and I think the right result is achieved because Harris will be on strike as we head into the final over of the innings with his side requiring 32 for victory. 32 for victory. They need to hit at least 5 sixes, right?
Yes.
32 for victory. 85 for 7. DJ.
Yes. Over. Captain, the ship is sinking. Captain, the seas are rough. Shall we abandon ship or shall we stay on it? Lord of mercy. Let me know. Shall you tell me what to do? Well, every guy ship is in Parsha. You know that ship is a real bad ship. But it's sinking.
85 for 7, the final over of the innings. Thomas Harris, can he be a hero? 32 required from 6. Derwin Thompson, Barbados darts through and clear. 85 for 7, entrusted with the final over of this innings. What will happen here? Your guess is as good as mine. Thomas Baker looking around the field, settles over his bat, sees that Thompson is ready. Thomas versus Thompson. 32 required from 6.
Everybody deep.
Short third man, man at backward point, man at long on, one man at long off, a man at the corner region, a man at forward square on the boundary. Fielders far and wide. 1, 2, 3, 4 men on the circle in the offside. As Thompson on his way into both the Thomas Harris down the track, and when he gets there, hits it straight through Keith Seals' arms. Coming around to his left, they've gone for 1. They will come back for the second run. So the assignment after that delivery is quite clear at they require 30 from 5. 5 sixes can get them over the line.
And 2 free hits. How to get free hits?
30 from 5. Thompson on his way into Harris. Harris is hitting this one. Down to fine leg. They've gone for 1. And with that single, unless Thompson goes over the front line and delivers a no ball, 88 for 7. 88 for 7. 29 from 4. There is Small coming forward. Doesn't understand the assignment at all. Gets Thomas Harris back on strike, but they require 28 from 3. 28 from 3. 3 sixes are 18 rat. They will still fall 10 short.
Yes, I think Small is boosting his average.
Man plays a dink. Down to fine leg. Gone for 1. This should run fairly close to the boundary. In fact, it does so just about now. 24 required from 2, so they need to hit 12 a ball.
12 a ball.
93 for 7 rat, and I can tell you that the breaks were played quite early in this run chase. Victor Patrick, 4 overs, no maidens, none for 7. Thompson on his way doesn't deliver. 24 for 2.
Amazi throwing overstepping.
24 for 2. 24 from 2. Down the track when he gets there, drives down to long off. The fielder is in attendance. So they require 23 from 1. That's barely academical now, rat. So it's safe to say that the defending champions, the 2-time defending champions, shall book their spot in the fact he's been given out LBW. So they will finish on 94 for 8. 94 for 8. 23-run victory here by the defending champions as they march their way into next Saturday's final up against the veterans. So that should be a big game. Looking for a hat trick rat of titles. The Limers.
You must get Ski's capacity 10 out of 10. It was brilliant. 2 spinners started early, but pressure on travelers and it paid dividends.
So rat quickly. Victor Patrick 4 overs, no maidens, none for 7. Winston Giddens 4 overs, no maidens, 1 for 12 at the top.
Yes, excellent. Captain cannot feel nothing to shame about. Brilliant captaincy by Seas. Must give this man a wonderful applause. Fantastic captaincy. Under pressure from the start. 8 overs for 12 runs. 80 runs. Under tremendous pressure, my brother.
Dave Estwick, 4 overs, none for 26. And it was interesting, rat. His first over cost 10 runs. And the captain persisted with him.
Yes. But I think, as you said, the opening boarders really want this game for the captain. Nothing to shame about whatsoever. Condon was still good for batting.
Ken Mears, 4 overs, 3 for 20. Lengill, 2 overs, 2 for 15. Derwin Thompson, 2 overs for 12 runs. There's not really much to shout about in the scorecard. Wilbert Bruce made 1. Owen Birch, 22. Adrian Braffett, 34. Leon Lane made 9. Gavin Besford didn't score. Thomas Harris, 16 not out. Wesley Straker, 1. Ronnie Giddens, 7. Gregory Small, 2. And Shem Springer didn't get a chance to bat. There were some 2 extras. Another thing, they didn't give away a lot of extras. Made up of 2 leg buys. So some extremely disciplined bowling from the Limers team. They only give away 2 extras. And defended a target of 117. They will march into next Saturday's final by 23 runs, where they will face the veterans in next game. And then before we go, we'll get our top producer, Mr. Wayne Holder, to have a word with the captain of the Limers team, Mr. Keith Seal. We'll ask Mr. Keith Seal to come over to the commentary box. We'll ask Mr. Keith Seal to come over to the commentary box to have a quick word with the commentators before we wrap up today's proceedings.
So just as Kirk promised, we do have the presence of Mr. Keith Seal, the victorious captain today, Keith, having to do it twice to make it to the final to defend your title. But of course, you are twice defending champions. How did it go today?
I think it went well. I don't think we got the score we were looking for. But at the end of the day, if it's one thing that Limers pride themselves on is being able to defend a target when set. So I commend the Travelers. I think they did well, especially when we put the pressure on. They had a couple partnerships that I thought were a little tricky, but the guys stood firm, and I think we had an excellent result from our perspective.
Even with only 116 on what appeared to be a blameless batting track.
Yeah, I think that we tend to perform a lot better when the odds are against us, and that's one thing I like about this Limers outfit. And congratulations to every one of them. Put their hands up, and we did what we failed to do yesterday. I think yesterday was a little below the standard that we normally set, but today was an excellent recovery.
And what about the challenge of having to play back-to-back games at over 50s level? How much of a challenge is this?
It's even a challenge playing every other week for us, but at the end of the day, you got to do what you have to do. And a lot of the niggles from yesterday, a lot of the cramps and so on, we work on them and we come out and we try our best to perform as best as we could on the day.
And any different plans how you tackle the veterans? I mean, the veterans have gone unbeaten up to this stage, and they would have beaten you on at least 2 occasions so far.
It sounds a little bit to me, Wayne, as though you were asking me for my game plan. But what I would tell you is that we will come out and certainly try to be as competitive as we have been in the last 2 years. As you said, we are the double defending champions, and we don't expect to give it up without a fight. So we'll be fighting.
Please permit me to be controversial. What's the situation with the runners, the refusal of the runner? What was your specific objection?
Well, I think at the end of the day, we all take chances when we play injured players. And at the end of the day, we stand by our injured players, and they field all the time. And we just thought at that point in time, we would leave it in the hands of the umpires to make a decision whether or not it was in the rules of the game.
Oh, so it was no objection coming from the Limers then? That's what you were suggesting. We just want to make this clear for our spectators and our viewers.
I think once we put it into the hands of the umpires, it becomes moot whether we object or not. So at the end of the day, we put it in the hands of the umpires, and they made a decision.
Well done to you once again. Congratulations. I'm going to wish you and the veterans the best of luck. No bias from us on this side. But again, congratulations. Well done. And we look forward to seeing that final next Saturday.
Appreciate it, Wayne. Thank you.
Thank you. That was Keith Seal, the victorious captain, who will lead his troops into the battle come the next Saturday afternoon right here at the Barbados National Oil Company Limited as the 4th edition of the Masters over 50s T20 competition reaches its grand climax. It has been a pleasure bringing this to you, our viewers, and of course those of you here at the ground. And on the behalf of Anything Cricket Let's Talk, Flash Drive Media, the commentary team, Lyndon Yard, Kirk Strawn, and Ronald Rat, the analyst, Curtin, of course, our scorers, of course, the technical crew, we say thank you, and we'll be back here to do it for you one more time next Saturday.
Any investment in education is a positive step in the development of our society. Call the Calvary Institute. We offer a wide range of vocational and technology courses. We offer personalized support to students at primary and secondary level. Call us at 426-2337 or WhatsApp 851-2109.